Welcome back to the Gamcast, where each week we sample another selection from Christian cinema because, according to some filmmakers, it pays, quote, pretty handsomely. I'm your host, Noah Lugeons, and sitting 700 miles to my immediate left is my good friend Heath Enright. Heath, welcome back.
We got Gramps back. I'm so excited.
We do. Well, let me dive into my caviar here for just a second. That's so good. And, of course,
warm it up. Warm up the voice.
Sitting 900 miles to my northeast is my bad friend Eli Bosnick. Eli, how are you this fine afternoon, sir?
I'm here on the podcast where I am also on it.
Yep, you are. You are. There are three of us on this podcast.
Three on the podcast.
Normally.
And one is very distinctive. The third one, very important.
Also adds a lot
Forrest,
to
the crazy vibes are going to be the whole time now. Just so you know.
No,
so and that voice that Eli is getting upset about in advance, by the way, is a brand new guest masochist that we're super excited to welcome to the show. Forrest Valkai is a biologist and a science communicator who you might know from YouTube, TikTok, or just basically being the nice version of us. Forrest, so excited to finally have you on the show.
I'm so happy to be here. If you don't like me, blame Eli, because he's the one who emailed me.
Right, there you go. There you go. So tell us, Heath, we've hinted a little bit, but give it to us in all its glory. What will we be breaking down today?
We watched Beauty and the Atheist. From forth the fatal loins of the battle between God and godless, a pair of star-crossed lovers take their life. An atheist rock star and a Christian he falls in love with. It's the story of how Seth Andrews doesn't exist and can't exist.
Yep. And Eli, how bad was this movie?
Well, if you love the films of Donald James Parker, and we do, but you wish he'd finally take out the sword of his wit and give us a taste of our own medicine.
Exact words.
You will love this movie.
He described it as a sword-like wit in his own fucking movie. And
what kind of sword is he picturing?
I can't handle the fact that this is actually him bringing the heat. Like that's what blew me away watching this movie. I have been told that I need to watch this movie by like 36 people. I've gotten emails. I've gotten messages.
I can't imagine why.
The FBI showed up at my door and wanted to make sure I was safe. Like, so many people have asked me if I could watch this movie, and I the whole time was like, what? And people were hinting. They were like, I think he made this about you, and I'm like, oh, come on. Like, I am not full of myself enough to think that. And then I watched it, and I pooped every pair of pants I have because, like, it is insane that this is his actual clapback. This was his A game. I can't handle that.
He hit himself in the face trying to do a clapback. It's amazing.
It really,
for like
really,
2 hours.
yes, exactly.
He
somehow
clapped back,
got
but he
his
shit in his
nuts
hands
between.
before he started
Yes,
clapping.
right. Yes. So is there anything you guys want to nominate this for being the best at being the worst at?
Yeah, I'm going to go with best worst facial expressions. And I mean of the, quote, actors that are working with him.
Sure.
Because we get to watch them have to read his script and recite his stupid bon mot sword-like witticisms, and they hate it so fucking much, but they have to do it because he won't say cut and they can't leave yet.
Yep. Yeah.
It's his camcorder, damn it, and he'll say when the take is over.
They earned the $50 they got paid for.
Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
No, you're kidding. Some of that was the pizza that we all shared was subtracted out of that, but yeah.
Of course, it's pizza doesn't grow on trees.
It's $50 total.
But he didn't tip, and that's what's important.
Lines he writes, it's this like repartee all the time that he thinks he's in and he thinks he's winning, so he writes these stupid little expressions for them that are like, they're like movie references from whenever, and they have to be like more like garbanzo beans, right? Garbanzo.
1912 is
There's a
when all the
1912.
movie
It's a short. It's called right.
I don't want to give away too much, but like really, that is the whole movie, and it's not just this one.
It's everything he's ever done. Yeah,
but especially this movie. The entire thing is an argument that he had with his soap bottles in the shower.
Yes.
Like that. The entire fucking thing.
It is
losing to himself in the shower. He loses to himself in his own shower argument.
Not only does he lose to himself, but he loses and gets hysterical. We'll get there. We'll get there.
Yes.
So
You're supposed to masturbate in the shower. He loses at that. It's fantastic.
So I've got
Masturbate
best
on the
worst.
screen instead.
So I went with best worst atheist podcast because, of course, this movie is about an atheist podcaster because Gramps, our good friend Donald James Parker, debated, I don't know if I'd call it debated, but spoke with Forrest over an extended period, which we'll have linked in the show notes. You should listen to it if you can stomach it, if for no other reason than the fact that in true Donald James Parker fashion, he never manages to get his own face in frame on the goddamn Zoom call.
And I can't stress enough, he brands himself as an IT guy.
Yes,
in
and as a
everything
filmmaker.
he does.
Yes.
Yes. And then his camera angle is this or this. The whole fucking film. Like that's the whole interview.
The whole time. He's also very obviously, because I studied that film like Faces of Death, right? Remember when you could go to the video store? It was kind of Faces of Death, because he's so nervous. You watch Forrest be like, oh, I'm in helper mode, right?
Yeah.
I was
Forrest
so
starts
we're gonna
being
talk
like,
to we're gonna
Yeah,
talk
you
about
were
it.
like,
I
"All
was
right,
so
Gramps,
nice to him.
let's fucking go. And then Gramps
So
shows
much
up and he's like,
nicer.
which way is the camera? And you're like, oh,
So
do you need a doctor?
it's going to be so hard to get to the first interstitial here. Yeah. But that's the impetus for this movie, right? This is his shower argument with Forrest, the movie. And so during that film, he has to present to us what he thinks an atheist podcast looks like, right? He's got his guys recording an atheist podcast. And I love that that's as far in as his mind was willing to go as to what that might sound like.
Fuck yeah, Forrest. It's exactly like you imagined. We have very nice studios filled with lights and microphones of our many employees. Yes, Ginger, if you don't mind, I'm podcasting right now.
Oh. I say it's the best worst use of generative AI in lieu of actual direction. And especially towards the end, I don't want to spoil anything, but especially towards the end, there's a very, very uncomfortably long sequence that very, very clearly wasn't thought about very hard. And so you get what are pretty obviously just still frames extracted from bad footage and then shit put into Gemini to shit out what should have been in the movie for longer than it needed to be in the movie by about like 30 times.
To a Suno song.
To an 80-yard pseudo. It's like the song. I don't want to give away. It will get there, but like
so
it
much
is
to get to.
Jesus of Christland. It is a wild ride through this whole film.
For a
while, I thought a different audio file just got dropped into a different video file, and they were like,
Sure.
fuck it.
We're going.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm going to go with best worst readjudication. Because, as Noah just introduced, this is Donald's fantasy way of rehaving the debate. Now, look, we've seen a lot of Christian debate fantasies. 10? Probably? Where they're like, but why are there still monkeys? And then the atheist is like, and our head fucking explodes, right?
Yeah.
We've seen them. I need to be clear, without spoiling too much of the movie, that the way Donald readjudicated his debate with Forrest was to make himself a pretty lady who Forrest is in love with. He
What if he wanted to have sex with me?
He could have made it. He could have made this movie about himself.
He
has made every other movie about himself, and in this one instance, instead of he took a that's. Again, I don't want to spoil anything here for everybody, but I'm about to. But like, it's not a major spoiler. It is the end of the movie, but holy shit, you can see it coming from a mile away. This man who has made this career making movies of just self-masturbatory movies about himself as the smartest, funniest, sexiest, most talented, most amazing man in the world, instead took a break from that and spent months or maybe years fantasizing about me becoming his son-in-law. And
to him, to pseudo him, he's
Just
there
to fake
and
him.
he's the
He's-
girl.
Right. So
Yes.
after he met Forrest, he was like, "But what if he was in love with me?" There's, that was the impetus for the film.
what if I was a conventionally attractive blonde woman?
Yes.
Then he would know Jesus. Yes.
Okay, if you're being honest, that would have changed your mind a little bit if that's what had happened in real
It
life.
wouldn't have hurt. I'm not saying it wouldn't have done nothing. I'm just...
All right. Well, I've been
Maybe
looking
Gramps
forward
could
to...
buy a wig and we'll have another interview. And we'll
All
see
right.
what
Well,
happens.
there you go.
Nothing's not
At
on the
least
table.
try. And if he was in a claw machine when he did it, that would be ideal.
That
so get
would
with
be
us.
then.
Give us a
then
call.
you get to talk twice.
All right. Well, I've been looking forward to this one for a while, so we're going to keep the break brief, and when we come back, we'll dive into all the you know what I should have said, that is, the beauty and the atheist.
Okay, I call to order the first writer's room meeting for Beauty and the Atheist. Well, I guess it's just me here in the room. All right, Donald. Well, now that debate against Forrest, well, it did not go well, but that's okay. As Bob Barker says, let's make a deal. I think that was him. So how could I have won? Let's see. There's how to catch the cat. Perhaps if I were a voluptuous vixen. Yes, that would have caught him by the tongue. His desire for my curves would have opened his heart, and surely it would have opened mine as well. Ooh, Fig Newton. No. To the movie. The writing process begins. Forrest, get ready to be swept off your feet and into the arms of the Lord.
Oh, man.
Hey, Eli, where have you been?
Yeah, you've been gone for a while.
Well, so I tried to take Forrest to lunch to thank him for letting us sully his reputation as a serious thinker.
Of course, yeah.
But then, when the food came, the portions were way too big for my GLP-1, and we had to leave.
Man, that stinks. I'm sorry, Eli. But if you're on a GLP-1 and you'd like meals that are just right, you should try Factor.
What's Factor?
Factor has meals built around your goals, whether that's weight loss, overall nutrition, more protein, or GLP-1 support. Heck, for strength and workout recovery, check out Factor's Muscle Pro collection.
Wow, but don't those meal kits get kind of samey?
Not with Factor. With over 100 rotating weekly meals, including globally inspired flavors like Mediterranean and Asian, there's always something new to look forward to.
But have you actually tried it?
I've been trying it every week for years. Factor sent us a box to try when they first became a sponsor, and I've been a customer ever since. I love how meals that follow my heart-healthy diet are ready to heat and eat in as little as 2 minutes.
As little as 2 minutes. I'm sold. Where do I sign up?
Head to factormeals.com/awful50off and use the code awful50off to get 50% off and free daily greens per box with new subscription only while supplies last until September 27th, 2026. See website for more details.
All right, Noah. Thanks.
Sorry, I don't understand. If you couldn't finish your food, why'd you guys have to leave?
Oh, I tried to ingest it elsewhere.
What?
Yeah, got it.
Yeah, no, it looked like a good sandwich.
A sandwich?
No, I mean, I get it. I get it.
I bet you do.
And we're back for the breakdown, and we're going to open up by realizing that Bridgestone Media is now BMG Global, guys. Gramps is moving up in the world.
I think this might be like a
cool.
spin-off brand. Like he didn't quite make it to Bridgestone Media.
Oh, okay.
With this, they were
I
like,
thought to
hey,
kick him down
this
to
seems
global.
like it's a sexual fantasy between you and an atheist YouTuber. So we can either let you do BMG Global or we'll put you on one of our interns' TikToks. It's up to you.
Sure.
Please don't make us send the cease and desist. Just
Yeah,
change
right.
the name, bro. Like that's yeah.
There you go. So we see the production logos. We can see the difference that AI has made in his life right away. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the AI soundtrack actually throws in a buzzer, like a basketball buzzer, as
Yeah.
if to stop the movie 3 seconds in.
Random images and random sound effects, and
Yeah.
that is persistent through a lot of the film.
Yep. Sure the fuck is. But eventually we resolve on this, what he imagines a podcast production studio looking like.
He can I say, he kind of nails it for Heath's art gallery that Heath lives in.
Sure. But it was a
Kind
little
of.
reboniscent of Glory Hole Studios, a little bit. So yeah.
There's a little bit there. At one point we'll see it. They just have one giant softbox that
Yes.
does all of the lighting for all their atheist podcasts.
Also,
I
in
don't
this
want
little,
to. I don't want to criticize too much because, like, I may or may not have had to live that way at one point. Maybe that's where he got it from. He got it from
Yeah,
my
that's
That's what it is. He was like, "Show me around your house." Also, imagine what it's like to be your bride.
Please don't be so realistic.
Debate
So-
me.
Okay. So
AI
one
throws
thing,
in another buzzer. Hey, are you doing some sort of sexual fantasy with an atheist podcaster in real life?
That's
why
what
I
the
wanted
buzzer
this
was
crock.
for. The buzzer was begging him to stop because
Yeah.
I wasn't there to do it.
Yeah.
Content thing.
Also,
So-
there's a little graphic thing for a second that shows DNA, and he's going to talk about like evolution and stuff. But the DNA is interesting. I just remember from like high school AP bio class, the DNA in this version contains guanine, thymine, cytosine, also O or 0 maybe, lowercase d, and the number 8. So Not sure what
I
that
put that
was.
in
those
my
are
own notes.
mutations.
There's a 3, there's an N, there's an E. These are just, I think he thinks the word letters literally mean letters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, interesting.
there's like a dictionary floating around. in
Yeah,
your
right.
fucking
Right. Just in
cytoplasm.
your. Yeah, there you go. So
some
now,
sort of punctuated equilibrium happened in the AI understanding of DNA, maybe.
Yeah.
So now we should point out too that Gramps isn't entirely sure where Forrest ends and we begin. So he did an interview a while back where he talked about God Awful Movies by Name, and then he said, like, I was interviewed on that show, right? So to some degree, he doesn't. So when we went into this movie, I wasn't sure if this character was going to be based on me or on Forrest, this main character, or on Eli for that matter, which could have been a ton of fun. But no, it is definitely based on Forrest. We just didn't find that out right away.
Yeah, and he mentions like there's a guy on TikTok, and I thought he was talking about me there, but no, he's talking about a guy named Knowles, who's a friend of mine on TikTok, who has also made a ton of movies, videos about him, and actually went and met him in person at one point, and it was just as bizarre as you might imagine. So shout out to Knowles on TikTok as well.
Yeah, taking
He
one for the
mentions him
team.
in this movie. I think he just conflates every atheist on YouTube as the same person.
It's just one person. Yeah, exactly. But so we watched My Best Worst. We watched what he thinks an atheist podcast looks like, which is where they read listener feedback from Christians that make really, really good and articulate points and then offer no response whatsoever to them.
Yeah.
No,
They can't defeat them.
Not so sure about that one.
Yeah, right.
And somehow they have just dog shit audio for the very expensive looking mics that they're talking into.
Right?
That's okay. We should talk about this because this is fucking crazy. He doesn't have prop microphones. They're real microphones, but he used the audio from his fucking Z150
Yes.
camcorder.
That's just ambient audio
Yeah.
that's all echoey and terrible. Yeah, why? Why?
Well, in
What's
fairness,
it?
this is realistic to Eli Bosnick, who talked into the back of the mic or his computer mic for like 5 years of this podcast before he realized he used the one that was plugged in.
Who would think that you're supposed to talk into this part as opposed to this part?
Okay.
I mean, it is literally on the instructions for that. That's a Blue Yeti.
Yep,
Yeah,
sure
it's
is.
all over the box and all over the
Sure is, and
instructions.
there's
And
even
if
a
you haven't
picture
set
of
the
somebody
carboid-
talking.
Yeah, the knobs on the back display how
Eli's
you're
not a
supposed to talk
strong
into it as
reader
well.
or looker of.
Yeah, he's not a
From an
strong
Apple store.
looker.
I didn't get to see
Okay.
the box.
So then we the atheist heads to the atheist team. They wrap up their podcast. They head to a coffee shop where the Forrest character, whose name is Trey, he sees a hot chick walk by. Right.
As I do.
Yeah, well, right, yeah. And your
then-
sidekick, I'm sure, tells you that she's out of your league.
And she was.
No,
What gets me about this is that like this is the first in a long scene of this guy attempting to court this fair lass. I'm married, and I was married when I met Donald, and he had every opportunity to make me stupid or to make me mean or to make me dishonest or whatever. Why did he make me a fucking creep? You know, if he was going to do anything, why am I some loveless weirdo stalking a woman in a coffee shop? What is
And
that?
what's funny is it's the only quality he doesn't think is negative about the character.
Yes,
right.
right.
All
Yes.
the science shit, all the knowing shit. He's like, oh, therefore lies the pathway to hell. But a woman's like, no, please leave me alone. And he's like,
Well, it's
Your
the
first
exact
riposte.
it's the exact kind of like anti-feminist charm you would expect from a man who literally had his character cover up a woman's forearms in a fucking video.
Yes.
Remember, in the Gramps Goes to College, the woman took off her jacket and was wearing still a very conservative dress. And he's like, you got to cover your charms or I can't listen to you when you're speaking. It's like,
Literally
what?
died.
And yeah, no, so totally, this is the way that men speak to women in his world.
Yeah, exactly. But before he can talk to her, like his friend has to talk him down. He's like, hey, hot chicks don't date guys like us. And I thought, well, that's a slap in Forrest's face. He's adorable. But we also learn here. Yeah, well, no worries. My audience tells me all the time.
Do you use like a special conditioner or something?
What do you do?
Redkin products, man. All day.
All right. Let me write that
I
down.
drink
If
Like
it
a
was a
leave-in?
baby blood thing, you could tell me and I would still do it. I just want you to
All right.
know.
If I had the right product, I would grow something
Now-
different.
Circle of
Yeah, there you go. So we also learn that Trey, the character Trey, is a physicist. Now, we should point out Forrest is a biologist, but I guess one scientist is another to Grant.
They're all scientists.
Well, like he's going to debate this guy specifically about evolution, and I don't think it ever occurred to him that there's a reason why it was the biologist that was talking to him there.
I
So
think
it's
he
science.
had to change it because if he had made the me character a biologist, he would have had to look up the definitions of the terms
Oh,
he was
sure.
using.
Yeah.
Sure.
or at least he may have had some pressure to do so. At the end of the day, we know he's.
I don't
he's
think
not-
he would have done it, but yeah, there would have been
No.
pressure. Yeah.
Yeah.
But so they're, and this is, of course, where he gets a message. They're sitting there talking about this girl he wants to stalk, and they get a message from Gramps saying he wants to debate him. Right? So this is the inciting incident.
Okay. This is perhaps the craziest choice he makes in the movie, right? Because he could have made it that he didn't come up with the debate, because immediately after this scene where he challenges Pseudo You to a debate, he's like, "Oh, I'm not sure I'm ready for this. Help me, Lord."
Yeah.
But
And
you're
he's going to go have
who-
a worship meeting with his priest
Yeah.
friends.
Yes.
And then refuse their help when they
Refuse
offer
their
the
help.
that he asked for.
which you offered the debate.
Yes.
There's a
I-
very fucking like a thriller from the late '90s vibe to who
very
instigated
strange.
this debate. Yes.
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
I thought at first that this movie was going to be his shower fight with Forrest, and it is eventually in the form of the female character, but first and foremost, it is a list of reasons why he got his ass handed to him so hard that towards the end of the debate at one point, he just sat silent on the microphone for a Christian 25 goddamn seconds with nothing to say.
Phenomenal. Really?
You haven't watched
amazing.
No, I haven't seen this. He
it's
25
I
seconds of
haven't.
just sad
I haven't watched
resignation.
it in a
You
long
haven't
time. I
watched
don't
it,
remember.
guys.
Fantastic.
You have to watch. Okay, so here's the thing. For a little caveat, and I won't redo because I've watched it multiple times because it's a thing of beauty, right?
Christ.
I got into atheism around 9/11, right? Like so many of us, right? I watched Hitch slap videos on YouTube where some guy would be like, "I don't know, I think there's a God," and Hitch would be like, "You stupid fat bitch," and I was like, "Yeah, that's a great argument. You fucking got him." So I was like, "Oh, there was another atheist debate. Like, fucking cool. I want to see this." There's about 4 seconds into the debate, and Forrest, who is a real human being and a teacher, realizes he's dealing with a deeply mentally ill, probably a little senile old man. And the rest of the YouTube video is just him being like, "You want some water, buddy? I don't think dragons are real."
He actually did. So, like, the framework here is true. I made a video about his movie Gramps Goes to College. He saw that I made the video. He never watched it.
Sure,
Or if he did,
sure.
he is extremely forgetful. Because then he reached out to me. He emailed me and said, "Hey, you made a video about me. Let's have a public debate." And I said, "No problem. My one caveat is we publish the full thing on both of our channels. I'm going to edit a little bit to make sure it's clean, but I'm not going to take anything serious. And just to make sure that both of us are kept honest, let's put the full thing on both of our channels." Fun fact, just side note here, over 2 years have gone by. There are still no comments under his video. I know people have certainly left. I have never seen proof, but I find it very hard to believe that no one has left a comment on his channel.
I wouldn't have
And
the
so,
heart.
like,
Do you have a lawsuit pending with the Justice Department for your editing that was making him look stupid when you took out?
Maybe that's what it is. Because like at the end of it, like I was like, hey, the first thing I asked him, because I asked him to introduce himself and talk about whatever, and he says like, yeah, I was called by Jesus to make a book about evolution and then a movie about evolution, and I'm just here to tear apart evolution. And the first question I asked him was like, do you know, like, can you give me one example of a way that evolution works or what it is? Crickets.
Nothing.
And, like,
he literally could not define evolution. It's insane.
And he could, and I talked about like, because he talks about random mutations a lot. Mutation is one of the 4 major mechanisms of evolution. So I was like, hey, do you know any of the other mechanisms? Like, can we talk about maybe epigenetics, which isn't actually a formal mechanism, but it is
That's
a modern
the thing. When someone has
thing
an allergy,
that's
you gotta get
really
'em.
important. And like, he had no, he even said in the video, I'm pretty sure he said like, that's the first time I've ever heard that word. And
Yes.
I'm like,
Yep.
the whole
Believe it or
time,
not, he
I
leaves
was-
that in this movie. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah,
So-
he brings it up. But like I was trying like hell. I really, really, really didn't want to just shit all over this dude. He was nice enough to agree to a conversation. But apparently that was a wrong thing for me to do, according to him. That was me being a mean person. It turned out.
Yeah,
You were
well,
so not,
yeah,
so
no, we'll
much
get to-
nicer than we would have been.
Donald,
Yeah,
you
Sorry,
yell
I'm
out.
jumping ahead. It's just, there's
So, yeah,
there's a
it's
lot of. It's an emotional thing for me. You know,
Yeah, so-
I've never had a whole movie about me before.
Right?
I don't know how to
Yeah,
feel.
absolutely.
Lucky
So we're gonna have
you.
to hurry
You're
up
not
a
in
little
the
bit.
Epstein files.
Yeah, right. But so
Shit.
we then get to do, right?
Sorry, real quick. Did his lip thing get bigger?
It's got. He's.
It
trying to
got
Yeah.
heal it
real
with
big.
Christian magic. We said it last time during the pickleball thing. Donald, it's not fun. You got to go see a real doctor. Stop
Yeah.
telling Steve and
Yeah.
Alan to pray it away. It's a
Whatever
thing.
that is, it's pretty great evidence
It-
of evolution.
It's
Is my
splitting.
opinion on it.
It's splitting.
yeah.
It's becoming tendrilless, Donald. And you can't come
It's
on this show
doing the amoeba
for
thing.
our debate unless you get your lip.
He's
taken
got
care of.
pseudopodia on
Okay.
his face.
So he calls the Trey, the Forrest character, about doing the debate. And so Trey says to him, he's like, hey, do you actually know anything about evolution? And in his own fucking movie, Gramps is like, nope, I sure don't. Well, I did read a book. And he tells us about the book. It's Evolution's Echoes by Roberto Bautista. And I will say, hey, 5 stars on Amazon based on 2 reviews.
Also, like just out of, can we talk about for just 1 second in the scene where like Trey is accepting the debate? So before we actually get to the debate, just where it goes back and forth between Gramps and Trey, the man is so orange. So orange,
Right?
And it's so washed out and overblown. He put so much light on that guy and cranked the exposure up to 11. And he is not the only technicolored person in this fucking film.
No.
One of
You
his,
gotta
like, we'll
watch
get
the
there
whole
eventually.
YouTube tutorial on Premiere, Gramps. You can't just watch the first 10 seconds.
Keep
Oh
in mind,
my
he's
God.
been making. Keep in mind that he's been making movies for longer than we've been podcasting, right? So he's got more than a decade's experience doing this, and yes, he's still got fucking Oompa Loompa characters. It's insane.
Trey is so orange, and then his daughter looks like she has jaundice. When he goes and meets
Yep.
her, he's got the whatever color balance he did on her makeup. She is a Simpsons character. It's insane.
So there's also this great moment when they're talking on the phone where Gramps' character says, you know, he's like trying to explain how this is really a thing he's doing out of humility because Jesus is calling him to do it or whatever. And I just love the idea that this guy that's written, directed, and starred in a dozen movies about how he wins every argument and all the ladies are eager to get with him is going to tell us about his humility at this point in the film.
You can't
I
be
am
serious
but a
if you're going to
vessel.
sit it. But a vessel.
So, all right. So then we cut to my personal hell, right? A room full of old white Christians in the back room of a Tennessee church. This is where he asks for their help, and one of them's like, "Oh no, you know what? My wife is actually an expert in that subject." And he's like, "Oh, I don't want to learn from a lady. Oh, I don't think God would like that."
That Timothy chapter coming in real hard.
Right, yeah, exactly. But again, he's trying to not so much readjudicate the fight, but say, yeah, I could have studied up if I'd wanted to. I didn't. I actually didn't know what I actually didn't know what epigenetics was on purpose. Okay, that's
Lull
where we
you
are
into
here.
a false sense of security, and then continuing this sense of security, and then a real deeper, meaningful form of secureness. We were hoping your secureness.
Yeah.
Epigenetics is a complicated thing, and it's an advanced topic. You don't have to know that to talk about evolution, but you should know what evolution is to talk about evolution.
Sure.
At least, and like
That'd be a good start.
that's my big. If you don't want to study I don't know dick about computer repair. Like if the roles were reversed and I was making a video about like IT stuff and everything like that, I wouldn't make that video because I don't know anything about it. I would not make a movie about how RAM doesn't work because you can't fit a goat into a fucking microchip. Like I wouldn't make that video. Gramps knows now. He has met with a biologist and had a conversation and now is fully aware that he does not know what he's talking about. And in 2 years continues to not know what he's talking about. His refusal to study is surprisingly disciplined. There really are no gaps in his ignorance. It's incredible.
And it's not even a matter of refusal to study, because like when in the debate that you did with him, there's a point there where you're explaining in I would say painstaking detail how you go from patch of light sensing cells to eye, right, and all the relevant steps along the way. And immediately afterwards, he goes like, "Well, and nobody can explain how an eye evolved," and you're like, "What? Are you fucking kidding me?"
I wasn't listening, so that one didn't count.
I haven't watched that interview in so long, but I do remember like most of the comments on there is like Gramps asks question, Forrest explains the question for 5 solid minutes, Gramps asks the same question again.
Yes,
and like that's
right.
He's stuck in a time loop, Forrest.
And even then, like I can't stress enough, like I said at the beginning of that video, I know I did, that I let a ton of stuff slide. Like, there's a lot of shit that he said that I should have called him out for that I didn't. There was so many things that I could have explained that I didn't. I didn't want to dunk on the man.
Right.
And clearly, maybe I should have. Maybe that would have prevented
Then he would have left you off of his movie. He wouldn't have even.
Well, it would have
rated
been a
you.
very. I
And
kept
when he
thinking
portrayed podcasters, there would only be 2 of them, and you would obviously not be one of them.
Right.
Well, I kept thinking the whole time, like, what would this movie have been like if he had talked to me for 2.5 hours, right? So
The time I got murdered.
all right.
I like that we got to watch him run into the idea that this is God's plan, and it like is really confusing to him. He's like, I guess it's my plan with God. I'm an idiot though. God kind of fucked me on this. I have to do a debate. I don't know anything about biology. Can you guys help me? And then somebody's like, yeah, my wife is a zoologist, and he's like, no. Pass. It's the
I just meant,
best.
can you imagine in your head that you're helping me? So then we go back to the coffee shop where we get the meet cute, right? Like, so Trey's there by himself, and there's just nowhere to sit down. So the beautiful girl walks by, and he offers her a seat. And they have what Donald James Parker thinks is witty repartee, but it's just fucking dad jokes back and forth.
It's just the things that someone could say to the cops later to explain why they maced you that would let them go home right away. They'd be like, "Oh, okay, we're going to arrest him. You didn't want to tell him your name, and so he said, okay, I'll call you Beauty. Well, that's great. Did you have an extra mace? I'll empty mine onto him."
Yeah,
just in
right,
case."
right. No,
Yeah. There you go. Stop closing your mouth.
Yep, but we. But yeah, she explains that she doesn't date. She thinks dating is a fairy tale, which is, I'm sure, why Donald James Parker doesn't date as well. He's just telling us what he tells himself in the mirror. We learn her name is Julie, and then she leaves, and she is out of his life for like a scene and a half.
You wish it was forever. And
Yeah,
like,
for her
I
sake.
love how his presentation of her is like the edgy version of like the manic pixie girl. You know what I mean? She's not like other girls. She's just so different and strange. And it is exactly the kind of like tough, serious woman that you would expect to be written by a man so sexist that he cannot handle seeing a woman's collarbones.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Pear.
In a later coffee shop scene, he has her carrying around. He was like, "What's an academic type, manic pixie dream girl? Different. She's a nerd too. What would she be reading?" And it was like the Great American Essays. Was the giant
That's
book
what
she
doctors
was
read.
reading in the coffee
Yep.
shop.
No, they do.
All
They read
doctors,
great
they
essays.
read that
Yeah.
shit. Yes, they love an essay.
Obviously. So then we get Gramps. Now, he's decided to do this debate, and it just so happens that Trey lives in the same town as his daughters, and he was looking for an excuse to go visit him, right? So now we get him showing up at his daughter's house for the visit.
By the way, is especially funny considering the fact that the whole premise of Gramps Goes to College is that his daughters won't speak to him.
Yeah, right.
And so this isn't just a fantasy about me becoming his son-in-law. This is a fantasy about his own children
daughters talking
wanting
to him
anything
again.
to do with him.
My daughters like me, and one of them's hot, and one and a half.
Hello, my daughter. I challenge you to a debate
one of them's
about our
having sex with
relationship.
Forrest Valkai.
You have to invite me to Thanksgiving. Is the premise of the debate?
So
What's a turkey?
So she comes. He shows up at his daughter's house. She hugs him right in the lav mic, which is great. We learn that the debate is 10 a.m. tomorrow. And I know we're trying to go fast at this point, but if there's a point here where she says, "Do you need any help with your luggage?" And he goes, "I'm a man." Right. So yeah, in case you were wondering.
That hung in the air for a second.
Rough, Donald. Rough, buddy.
All right, so now we're on the Atheist show, right? I expected this to be the fucking
By the way, that
finale
was
of the film.
That was also the scene, by the way, where he meets his daughter. I'm scrolling through the movie over here on the other side just to make sure. And that is also the scene where he meets his daughter, and she has severe renal damage.
Yes.
Her liver and her kidneys are in a bad way, and she is very ill. There are high
Green
amounts of
Lantern's
bilirubin
powers
in her
do
blood.
not work on her either.
Yeah. So but now we're on Forrest's show, right? They're at the studio, and we're going to reenact the debate from Gramps' memory or whatever. And I cannot emphasize enough that in this movie, he's still going to lose and embarrass himself.
By a lot.
He didn't have to do it. He
Nope.
didn't have to.
That's true.
This is an
clear-
exercise in nobody forced you to do this.
He loses. It is very much a fantasy, though, of how the conversation
Yes,
went.
absolutely.
Because again,
Right.
I have to be so clear that the conversation with Forrest is 4 seconds in, Forrest realizing someone is in distress and being like, "Cool, so can you name 5 things you can smell?" Just real quick. Oh my gosh, no, I know you don't believe that's cool. But if I were to show you a picture of a man and a woman and a camera and a horse, could you just name those right off?
Yeah,
the
yeah,
dome?
we're just reading. Yeah.
Okay,
So-
in his fantasy, he is, first of all, curled up like a shrimp the moment you see him.
He
It's
is, yeah.
real
So
bad.
small.
And
That was
okay,
realistic to the debate.
okay, another question. In real life, did he look like a high school drug dealer in the 90s with the extra large white shirt under the large black shirt as the outfit?
Again, this entire scene is an exercise in shit nobody forced this man to do.
Yes.
Totally optional. Everything about this scene, 100% optional, and this is still what he chose.
So
The
yeah,
way he
it's-
is sitting, the way he is speaking, every part of it is his own volition.
So now, honestly, we could spend 2.5 hours breaking down just this scene, the various arguments that he misrepresents and the things that he misrepresents from Forrest. But he opens up by saying that evolution is just political. He's not anti-science. He just disagrees with political science, right?
Oh, hey, buddy, that's actually a different subject entirely.
It is, yeah.
No, they both have science in there. They both have science in there.
Shit, 1 second.
And the debate's over. You lost. That was
Yeah.
AI telling you you've already
I
lost.
came into the room just now for the first time. We'll start over.
Yeah, he
What's
asks...
a pipogenic?
Trey says, what's your primary objection to evolution, which is fairly close to the way Forrest started. And I'm like, if you don't say my religion, you're just fucking lying. So he just fucking lies. And for a long time with no counterpoints. But then eventually Trey asks him to define science. He's like, what do you mean by science? And Gramps says, well, I define science as discovering God's creation.
Okay.
I'm like, I define science as me kicking you in the nuts. You see why we have to let the dictionary do this work, man, in a debate?
What grumps me so bad about that is that's how like Isaac Newton talked about it, you know what I mean? And even if he wanted to say it that way, I have worked for many religious scientists. I've worked for them and alongside them. During grad school, when I was studying human evolution for a long time, somebody who worked in the lab with me was a devout Christian studying human evolution with me and saw the connections, and it worked for her. I used to work under a physicist who was a devout Catholic, and I asked him why, and he was like, yeah, the beauty of the universe that I see matches the God that I believe in. Okay, man, doesn't work for me, not my vibe, whatever. If Gramps really wanted to keep that motif and say, no, I'm just discovering God's creation, great, do it like Newton did it. Change your mind with new evidence.
Yep.
Do it like any theistic evolutionist does it and say that God guides evolution. Do it like a deistic evolutionist does it and say God whipped up the universe so that evolution would happen. You don't have to deny science in order to be a Christian, you weird bastard. It's so strange. So strange.
So there's also a moment that he plucked from real life here, because during the debate, Forrest explains to him that, like, his idea of heaven sounds really bad, like a terrible, terrible punishment that you would get for stealing from old people or something like that. And he just, throughout the rest of this movie, he's going to ponder, because it has the character go like, oh, I would hate to go to heaven. Heaven sounds awful, right? And for the rest of the movie, he's going to be pondering that, which I honestly, I think he goes to sleep wondering about that still, about that time that Forrest said he didn't want to go to heaven.
It's going to be so great there. There's no Jews.
Fuck.
Forrest, do you remember there are no Jews? Did I mention there's not Jews? It's just ATMs. No one works at the bank. It's just
I'm not making any assumptions about Donald James Parker's character, but the man is an avid Trump supporter. So, like, apparently fascism isn't a deal breaker for him.
He also wrote the unexpected bar mitzvah.
About how friends don't let friends be Jewish. Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, there's a little Christmas present for you, Forrest. I'm into that bit.
I'm going to have to watch that now, and I'm mad that you made me have to do that.
This is early in his career, before he was quite as he didn't have the technical prowess that he has now.
Is there a Hulk Hogan moment when somebody rips their shirt off and yells Baruch atah Adonai? Yes, there is.
Yes, there is.
That's all you need to know.
That's a little treat waiting for you in your future, Forrest.
Yep.
Christ on so many crackers. But like that, the thing that gets me here is like that is a real moment from the thing where I was like, hey man, I don't want to go to heaven. I wouldn't worship your God even if it was real. This all sounds terrible to me. And it clearly fucked with him because he brings it up like 80 times in this movie. And it is also the only thing that he fails to try to rebut, because it's clearly still, after all this time, even after he chose to include it in his own movie, it is still something that he cannot wrap his head around.
Right.
He's tried to wrap his head around the evolutionist mindset and the atheist ways and all these things, but cannot handle the idea that somebody wouldn't want to be a part of his fucking religion. I just, that's some intellectual laziness that you would expect from somebody who has had an open book test for 2 years and still failed it.
But yeah, by his own standard, he's even grading the test and he still fails it. Yeah. His main argument here, though, is that he doesn't know what evolution is, which is true to life. That's how it went down.
And that's my main argument as well, I'll say. In a lot of the, why haven't I done the dishes? Why is the laundry all over the floor?
Yeah, right.
I don't know.
But yeah, so he tries to he tells us about some books that we should watch and some YouTube videos that are very convincing. I'm like, you're making your own video. You can't just put footnotes in your movie, man.
Just raises a John Lennox mask up in front of his face. Hello, it's me. Better arguer.
So yeah, and then he starts in on microevolution versus macroevolution, which is the argument is like, I'll concede that inches exist, but I can't imagine how they would add up to miles. That's ridiculous. Right.
Right. And like that, it is so weird. Like in my entire academic career, I have heard a serious distinction made between micro and macro evolution 3 times.
Really?
And none of them were to discredit the other.
Sure.
Because they are legitimate science terms, but like it was literally to define them or to explain the difference or like to say, so from this perspective this or from that perspective that. I have never in my life heard anyone who studies evolution actually seriously care about this difference unless it was just a totally academic exercise. And yet every single creationist I talk to, this is where they draw the line. Pages exist, books do not. Atoms exist, molecules do not. And I don't get it. I cannot wrap my head around that shit.
Yeah, I feel like they had like a really good apologetic going in like 1845 where they were like, show me in a microscope something evolving. And now we can do, there's like a video on YouTube of it.
Right.
So they're like, guys, go huddle up. The new plan, I just get the shit kicked out of me. I'm writing a movie about it right now. The new plan is we believe in microevolution, but not macroevolution.
Right.
Okay?
Right.
Hands in the center. 1, 2, 3.
He even does the whole the bullshit. I think it's Creation Today that released the thing of like the 6 different types of evolution, and only one of them is true. And that's microevolution. And all the other ones, the cosmic evolution and the chemical evolution, all the other shit that literally no one talks about aside from creationists specifically. Like, and so it just, the man put more effort into learning ways to be wrong about this topic than it would have taken him to just learn like the actual literal basic. I don't want to sound like I'm being hyperbolic here. The actual first thing about the topic that he has now spent years of his life trying to debunk.
Absolutely.
Forrest is visibly developing a headache as he relives these moments with Donald James Parker.
It's killing me a little bit slowly. I'm dying.
So this is the first time I went all caps in my notes too. The first all caps thing, and I have a lot of them, but my first one is, oh my God, he left in the part where he didn't know what epigenetics is. Right. And my next thing in my notes was, okay, Forrest, be honest, did you do a little dance at that part? Because I did a little dance at that part.
I was astonished. I was just sitting on my couch reliving this moment in my head and trying to figure out how he was going to spin this character to be so much worse than me and to show how he dunked on me in so many ways. And no, he made himself look, if anything, worse than he did in the actual, and I don't understand why.
Now, there was this effort at this point to try to pretend like what you did, the reason you won is that you just, because like, the character might as well say like, well, phenotype, allele, epigenetics, phylogeny, transcription, you know, so he's trying to make it seem like, no, he doesn't. Well, yeah, right. He could do like, he's got like 2 or 3 of them. But he makes it seem like you just threw a bunch of technical language at him and confused him, where what you did is you would say like, hey, do you know what this term means? And he would say no. And you'd be like, well, let me define it so I'm not talking over you, right? Well, and over, but over. No, it was just like Forrest going like, okay, how about gene, man? Do you know what a gene is?
I have a friend, Gene.
Do you want to have you ever seen Jubilee? Do you want to tap in like 19 friends to help you out? You seem like you really need some help.
And like what's bothersome to me is that like as I said a minute ago, like I made the movie and then he wrote to me, and in the interview he brought up he tried the same arguments that he used in the movie that I already reacted to. The whole thing about what evolved first, and I'm pretty sure he used that shit again in this.
Yes.
And like he could have watched, he brought up Nebraska Man, he brought up Haeckel, he brought up like all sorts of shit that I have talked about ad nauseum, I'm pretty sure, to him. And like at any point he could have just asked me if Donald James Parker, and I know he's listening to this, very confused and like, but like,
hey, Gramps.
Donald, and I'll say this again in my own YouTube video about this. Like, you could have emailed me, and I would have helped you write this better. Like, I would have done it. Like, I was so nice to you. What is this movie? And like, if you had made a movie just making fun of me as a person and just making me look like a goofy weirdo, and you won, and it would have been really funny and fair play. I made a video making fun of you. I'm gonna make another one, but like I would have been fine. But you made me a sexual predator that is
He doesn't think
just,
that's a bad thing.
You made me this fucking like near rapist who's spewing out a bunch of bullshit science facts and can't handle the dog shit arguments that I know I have answered before, and I just don't understand, man. It could have been a collaborative effort. We could have made some dog shit together, but instead you did it all by yourself, and nobody's better off for it.
Donald, the chess master is putting out his hand, offering a tie. Take the fucking tea, man.
So, okay.
I'm still eating my horse.
So now,
He lost so hard here. This accidentally turned into, like, in Rocky IV, Apollo Creed getting killed by Ivan Drago earlier in the movie. And that's, like, the vibes.
Spoilers.
Right.
The rest
Yes,
of the movie.
exactly. So, okay. So now we cut back to his daughter's place. The debate is over, and he's really bummed. And she's like, "Oh, how'd it go?" He's like, "Oh, I lost the debate in my own movie where I wrote both sides again. Oh, it happens to me all the time."
This is where he talks about the sword of his wit.
Yes.
Right? He's saying that he thought about getting out the sword of his wit. And I was like, oh my God.
Away, Donald.
Donald, take it out. Donald, take it, please,
Nobody wants to
Donald.
see your sword, bro. Like, that's what...
Donald, when we do our debate, because I exist, you can say whatever you want. We'll just...
I'm tempted to invite him back and just say, like, all right, man, I'm going to sit here and you just let me have it. Like,
So-
if you used to have this wit, this
Sword-like wit, yeah.
brother, let me see it. Like,
Yes.
I would like to have a serious conversation with you, but I don't think
I've watched like 80 of your movies. I've seen no evidence of it yet, man. You've really been like holding back on us.
This is the Wolverine.
Go Hulk on us. You know?
Yeah.
See Logan, you haven't seen Logan because they say the F word in it, but you're like Logan, and we're like the soldiers who stand there while you jump around and stab us with your claws. Let it out, baby.
So and this is where he brings us into the movie for just a moment. We make a guest appearance because he's talking to his daughter about she's like, well, how'd you wind up debating this guy anyway? Right? And he's like, well, you know, all these atheists, they like to watch my movies and they make fun of them. And I'm like, no, Gramps, we don't just watch them to make fun. We watch them because they're poison, and we have to know what kind of poison people are being administered so we know what antidote to provide them, right? And we like making fun of them. But it's both. It's like two things.
We don't just go after like random student films, Donald.
Yeah.
You have several movies where people change religions.
So, and
Do you think that he was trying to save face for all the sexist stuff with his daughter's shirt saying girls can do anything?
Yep,
Do you think that was
I do.
his attempt to be like, no,
For
no,
sure,
guys, really?
in his head, he's like,
It's
this is
actually
a feminist film.
It's a
I
feminist.
if you
like
think about it.
the woman's.
So, and then my favorite moment in all of my history as a God Awful Movies co-host, he goes, "Oh, they can be pretty brutal too." I'm like, I love you too, man.
The brutality. Witness here. The brutality of our ways.
Yeah.
Donald, don't worry. God's helping
Four
you out with
nerds
the
sitting
attention
around.
economy. It's all good.
Yeah.
That's what's
you go.
happening
Four
right
nerds
now.
sitting around giggling into a microphone at your excretions. Brutal.
Yeah, exactly.
Truly brutal.
He goes, "No one's ever heard of me except the people who hate me." And I'm like, wow, man, I am going to carve that into your headstone.
That's
Fault
crazy.
is that, bro?
That's right.
Yeah, right,
Yes.
exactly.
But then his daughter's like, well, hey, you know, maybe God is using your repeated abject humiliation in front of tens and hundreds and thousands of people for a divine purpose. And he goes, oh, yeah, well, maybe it's that.
Maybe I'm like the
can't.
Tom Green of Christianity and evangelism.
Exactly.
I can't handle the concept of this man just sitting at home being like, I could have destroyed him if I really tried, but God wanted me to be humiliated.
Yes,
What?
right.
That's, I have heard some copes in my day.
I wanted to go to my room anyway, Mom. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
I-
sun was
I like
probably
it
in his
here.
eyes during your debate. I think, right?
That's
like
probably.
I saw some sun.
Yep. All right. Well, watching that scene was very close to the high point of my fucking life, so I need a minute to revel in all its glory. But we're going to be back after that minute with even more of The Beauty and the Atheist.
And so you see, if we multiply by the denominator here, you can
Excuse
get...
me, Professor. May I interrupt?
Who are you?
I'm a taxpayer, member of the community, and I disagree with your conclusions.
Oh,
Look, I know you're going to say the fact that I'm a simple sheep shit salesman means I can't challenge your higher education learning. But I've done my own research. I've got some pointed questions, and I think you fellows here in your ivory tower might just be incorrect about this.
okay. It's not really my job to prove to you personally that math makes sense. You can take a class in it if you'd like, but if you don't believe that math is true, that doesn't mean that math isn't true. It just means that you're ignorant.
Wait, math? I thought this was a science class.
Oh, no, science is down the hall.
Oh, am I allowed to challenge them?
Oh, yeah, you can challenge them and maybe become a senator.
Nice.
No problem at all. Do people buy sheep shit?
Not like they used to, I'll tell you that right now.
Got it.
Okay, what about you are a mother acknowledged
Okay, you want to say acknowledged, or you're putting that in the card?
in the card?
Not great, man.
Hey guys, what are you doing?
He's trying to find something nice for Anne for Mother's Day, but he isn't quite as warm as I think he's hoping for.
It's because you didn't let me finish. I was going to say, and we are married.
Right.
In there.
Yeah. Well, hey, if you want an upgrade from the usual Mother's Day fare, you should try an Aura frame.
Oh, what's an aura frame?
Aura frames are a digital picture frame with free unlimited storage. You can load it up with pictures Mom loves.
I don't know, Noah. My mom isn't very techy.
That's okay. You can set your Aura frame up while it's still in the box. All Mom has to do is plug it in.
Amazing. But is there some kind of deal
There
involved?
sure is. Named #1 by Wirecutter, you can save on the gifts Mom loves by visiting auraframes.com. For a limited time, listeners can get $25 off their best-selling Carver matte frame with the code AWFUL. That's AURAFrames.com, promo code AWFUL. Support the show by mentioning us at checkout. Terms and conditions apply.
All right, Noah, thanks.
Okay, what about this? You are a mother, and love, though subjective,
Already,
is
no. I'm gonna stop you.
You didn't let me finish. Is an ocean. Nope.
And we're back for more of this shit, and we're going to rejoin the action the following day where a victorious Trey sees the beautiful Julie at the coffee shop again.
Sees is a nice way to say stalks.
Well, it leers out like the wolf, in the cartoon with his tongue out and shit. So he and his sidekick, his Eli, his Heath. I have the character down as Heli because they just gave him one
Very
co-host.
clearly Heath.
Yeah,
Very
no,
clearly Heath.
Well, so there's a point where I started wondering if maybe he was me, right? Because he's just fucking awful. But yeah, so but the two of them are now tag teaming. Like they show up, they sit down at her table without being invited, and then they just start giving each other shit across the table from her, with barely acknowledging her existence.
It's so awkward. It's like two middle school dudes having a fucking testosterone off in front of this poor woman. Yeah. It's insane.
Look, I know that this movie is about Forrest, and that hurts me, and it'll keep me up for a long time, and I'm working through it with my band of therapists. But I think the closest this movie ever gets to being about us is where their banter is just them being like, fuck you, man, I hate you. I hate you. Because that's what he hears when he hears us talk to each other.
Well, here's the thing, though. If you look back at the corpus of Donald James Parker movies that we've watched up to this point, there is, I don't think you could find a single example in there of two guys who had a friendship that wasn't antagonistic in every way, right? Mm-hmm. Which tells you an awful lot about what it's like to be friends with Donald James Parker.
He has a 3-movie series called This Is What I'm Bothering My Friend About This Month.
Yes.
We actually have a lot in common if you think about it. It's good. Good to have empathy.
I feel like I need to. All I'm hearing is that I need to watch more of these movies, and
really
I don't know if my
the Best Friends trilogy.
The Best Friends trilogy.
Yeah, no, this
Hearts Are Trump. You haven't even
I
watched
hear
Hearts Are Trump.
Hearts Are Trump. I hear is insane. I hear Grandpa's Shoes or something like that.
In
is a-
Gramps'
Oh,
Shoes
yep,
is
In Gramps'
great.
Shoes.
That's the one where he dies real weird at the end.
Shot by the Communist Party. Yeah, he is assassinated by the Communist Party in that one.
I've seen clips from Knowles. I've never watched.
Oh.
I've only ever watched the. This is the second of his films that I have suffered through. But I do watch Knowles quite a bit, and they're wild.
I'm not going to spoil for you, Forrest, but he does get AIDS in one of them.
Yep. No.
Fuck
Yep.
me.
Oh, which one is the
What?
AIDS one? Oh, that was
I'm
so
not going to
funny.
say. I'm not
Oh,
going to
yeah,
say.
just
I'm
let him-
just
yeah,
saying,
no,
if you
there you go.
keep watching Donald Parker's movies, you will eventually watch him get AIDS.
Hey,
On
at least he
purpose.
believes
I
in
just wanna go to bed.
AIDS.
That
That's
can't-
better
yeah,
than
no,
Joe
it's-
Rogan, right?
Yeah,
That's
okay,
fair.
there you go. There you go.
Okay,
All right.
one tiny moment in this coffee shop scene. They're being the worst. They're yelling at each other across the table, and she's just like, I'm going to walk away. This sucks. And she goes to the bathroom. Right as she goes to the bathroom, we watch a guy leave that bathroom in a giant InfoWars t-shirt, and he very clearly, like, he visibly just
Oh, wow.
took a shit in this public bathroom,
I
and she
missed
goes
that.
in right after.
You know, what's
I thought
crazy?
she was going to.
Shit.
Noah talked about the first thing that he wrote in all caps. That was the first thing I wrote in all caps in my notes. Was that an InfoWars shirt?
Sure was.
The first thing.
Sure was.
Yeah. So, but she leaves to go to the bathroom. I'm like, sneak out the window, Julie. Just go. Keep going. But while she's gone, they work out their fucking how to hit on chicks in 7 easy steps plan, where they're going to pretend to have had a fight so bad that Benjamin, the friend, leaves, and now damn it, he doesn't have a ride to work. Right?
Yeah, because that's how you get women: is conspire and lie.
Yes.
And then they're forced to be nice to you, and so out of pity, you get to spend time with them, and that's how you get your angle in.
Well, yeah, no, if
It's-
there's anything I've learned from my 31 years of happy marriage, it's that lying works, man. It just
Trapping women
absolutely
in a vehicle
works.
is the way.
Yes,
Also,
This is
very loud hats is good.
100%. Just the
Yes,
strategy
loud
from
hats,
the
that too.
50s.
Loud
And hitting
hats is good.
yourself in the chin with a hammer. You got to listen to all the shows for all the jokes to make sense. Okay, so but she agrees, and then we get this scene where she's now dropped him off at the office, and he comes inside, and basically we get Eli making a sports analogy, right? Because his buddy Benji says, "Well, did you make it to first base?" And he goes, I fucking quote, "I got to the plate and the pitcher is sharing signals with me."
What?
He's so gross. He's
this
so
is my
gross.
question.
And also, what does that mean?
What
Yes.
would that possibly mean?
Okay, so there were 2 strikes, but then the catcher dropped the 3rd strike, but that means I was allowed to run towards first. And then there's-
No, it's an anti-balk thing. Is what it's an infield. Are we playing with the infield fly rule? Is what I need to know.
And what it all really means in reality is he dropped trow in a coffee shop and was arrested. Like that's what it is.
Exactly.
hey, Donald, your metaphors have the fucking yips, man. It's just
Yeah.
stay away
She
from the
tased me,
sports
but it wasn't on the
metaphors.
highest setting. So you know.
So then he goes, he calls his daughter, Donald James Parker does. He calls his daughter and he goes like, "Hey, did you watch my YouTube debate?" And I wrote my notes at this point, like, "How do you feel for us knowing that you subjected his extended family to this?" Right, to
Everyone in his
watching him get
family-
humiliated.
And some of them know, Forrest. Not all of them, but some of them know. They watched you embarrass him, and they watched you try so hard not to. They watched you try not to embarrass their daddy. They love their dad, and they watched you try to pull him from the water while he just breathed out and went limp in your arms.
Okay, but we know that some of them hate their dad. They might be fans of yours now.
Yeah, that's true.
I would like
You might
to
have
send
some
my
Patreons.
condolences. I would like to send my condolences to Donald James Parker's estranged children. It was not my intention to make this movie happen. Send me an email. I'll send you a fruit basket or something.
Yeah, there you
Sorry.
go. There you go. So okay, so
Send you a fruit basket, as Donald James Parker would say.
Yeah, not as Donald James Parker would say, because I
Yeah.
don't want to go to jail.
I'll send you a fruit basket.
so okay,
Oh.
so
What
now
are these evolved grapefruits? I don't even understand.
So now we're back at the.
As Donald James Parker once asked, "Are you gonna take an apple and make a giraffe out of it?" And no, it'll just be regular fruit. It won't be evolved giraffe fruit.
Basket of giraffes. That would be pretty funny, though, if you sent him a basket of giraffes, though. Okay.
If I had the funds.
So now we're back at the coffee shop so that Julie, the girl that he's been stalking, that Trey's been stalking, and her sister, whose the character's name is Lori, can see Trey. And, of course, Lori's watched the debate now, so she recognizes him as the guy who humiliated her dad, right? So now we get the sort of the plot of the movie, right?
Yeah.
She realizes that this guy she's been flirting with at the coffee shop is actually, and I say flirting with, like, that's what Donald James Parker thinks he was writing, right? What was actually, he was just harassing her. But now she realizes that this is the guy that embarrassed her dad and that is an atheist on YouTube, and that's the worst thing you can be, of course.
Yeah.
And then he is, they confront him, and he is an absolute prick to both of them.
He sure is.
Including the girl that he's trying to pick up. And then they walk away, and he, still in eyeline of them, flops onto the table with his head in his hands to grumble about how terrible the situation is. What?
She goes, you made fun of our dad. And he goes, it's nothing personal. I just make fun of all Christian movies. And I want you to know, Donald James Parker, it is personal. I think you're a bad person. With Forrest, it's not. He thinks that you're redeemable. I don't. I think you're, because I've seen more of your movies.
But maybe that's the problem. Because again, I said a minute ago, I'm not trying to make assumption about it. I've had one interaction with him, and he was incredibly ignorant and incredibly self-important, but tolerable, I guess. Mm-hmm. And the one movie I saw, again, very, very self-important, very, very self-centered, thinks very highly of himself. And is taking that out on everybody else. But, like, at the end of the day, any man who made Hearts Are Trump, and I've never seen it, I just know what it is, you know? And I don't have to watch it to know what it is.
Yeah. No, it's what you think it is.
It's
just, it's more so. You underestimate it, but it is what you think it is.
I know he made Hearts of Trump a while ago, but I also know beyond a shadow of a doubt with my prophetic powers that he absolutely voted for Trump all 3 times and would do it again in a heartbeat.
And will vote a 4th time, no matter what happens.
No matter who runs the next election, he's writing in Trump. And like at the end of the day, man, you voted, multiple times for a senile pedophile rapist, knowing everything about him, and none of this has been a deal breaker for you, and you're still shitting out these movies with this I'm piling on. This movie is
pile on, brother.
So much lower quality than the other one. This is worse than Gramps Goes to College in every conceivable way.
It is.
And it's clearly an emotional outburst from a man who thinks that Donald Trump can read. And like that to me is if it were anybody else, I would think it was a cry for help. But it's for this guy, and I can't.
It's just a cry.
I can't be fucked to try to stretch my brain around. I'm sorry. I'm rambling at this point.
I get it.
Dearest listeners out there, it's an odd situation, all right? Like, you can make fun of a movie until the movie is written about you by a near 80-year-old dude who has been dreaming about you hooking up with his daughter who talks to him. It's a weird parasocial situation that I'm in, and it's emotional. It's tasking.
That's terrifying. So, like, I get that we're talking about him right now, but I don't, think about him on a daily basis. Forrest, he's thinking about you right now.
I haven't thought about him since somebody sent me this, and he has thought about me every single day.
Every shower. He thinks about you in the shower.
Every single shower.
Lines,
and that.
Booked locations.
Yeah.
It's just
changed batteries and microphones.
It gets so much worse, listener. We'll get there. It gets so much creepier. So okay, but in the film here, so now Julie knows who he is, and she says, "Well, I'm glad I found out now because I could never marry somebody who doesn't love Jesus and dedicate his whole life to God." And I'm like, "Oh wow, sounds like everybody here dodged a bullet." And, you seem pretty incompatible.
What if that was the end of the movie? Just him being like, "Oh yeah, no, very incompatible worldviews." Have a good one.
Why is he concerned with marriage with the woman that he's met in a coffee shop
Yes.
2 times?
Right.
What is that? It's so
Do you mean
weird.
why does Donald James Parker want to marry you personally in your life?
That is actually what I mean.
But Trey says to her, he says, hey, if you can prove that God exists, I'll believe it. And I'm like, well, that's fair, right? That sounds like a reasonable thing. And she says, well, would you risk, this is a direct quote that I had to transcribe from the movie, and I'm just delighted by it. I'm putting on my business card. He says, she says, would you risk alienating your audience who is paying you rather handsomely, I might add?
Donald, look at my background. Donald, do I look like a man who's being paid handsomely for anything?
There's no handsomely going on here at all, really.
This is a pretty
I'm
nice
a
dartboard.
PhD student
just so you
and
know.
a fucking TikToker, sir.
Yeah.
What do you think I make?
Big podcast money. So.
I act like an idiot on YouTube and teach people science that I study too much. I'm not rolling in dough, bro.
This is the furniture I had in college, Donald. I didn't bring it because I'm fond of it. I brought it because it's the furniture I own, Donald. This is all I have. Donald.
You have any idea how much money I could make if I converted to Christianity? Like,
Yes,
legitimately,
right,
Donald,
all of us.
who is actually
Exactly.
listening right now.
Yes.
Donald, if I was evil, I could become a preacher tomorrow. And I
Yes.
could tell the world that I was an atheist evolutionist, biologist, that I was a PhD student studying evolution, and then I realized it was all a lie, and I dropped out and I gave my life to Christ, and I would be a millionaire next
Right.
week.
Yeah.
There's no way you
It would be
seriously
so-
think that I have to keep this up for money.
So easy. What we're saying, Donald, is you're so terrible at a thing that could make millions of dollars. And you don't.
Millions of dollars,
Joel
Donald.
Osteen is good at.
But that's just the thing, though, right?
Osteen, of all people.
But you have to look at this through Donald James Parker's lens, which is Donald James Parker, right? So in his mind, he's making these brilliant movies, and he's only getting 1,200 views here, and most of them are, people that listen to our show or saw Forrest on TikTok or whatever. And then here we are actually making a living doing the thing that we're doing, and he's like, oh, it must be that those atheists make way more money. Right? That's the only way he can preserve his sense of grandiosity.
I
okay.
have heard. Please point me to the nearest atheist megachurch, right? Where the atheist has a mansion and the atheist has a private jet. And
A private
atheist
fucking jet!
Get millions of donations from people on the run, and the atheist sells little bottles of oil and healing cloths to poor old women on fucking in every fucking suburb. Like, dude, get off of it, dude. It's so strange.
Yeah. But so
We're
he
just
challenges
manifesting
her
right now.
to show him God, and she'll pray about it. She'll think about it, right? And so then we watch her watch
Bring, hey, God, should Julie do it? Yes. Okay, great. God said you should do it.
Yeah,
I
right.
just talked to him.
So then we watch Julie watch a video.
Okay.
So many notes about this.
At worship.biz.
Worship.com.
Worship whatever company couldn't get the .com and they got
Which-
the .biz.
Which is on the screen, but then the other information at the bottom of the screen is blurred out with a really ugly, like pixelated overlay
Yes.
that
Yeah.
clearly was added
Like
in
there was a
editing.
dick there. Yes. Yeah.
What was so offensive that was there, but the rest of the licensed material
Well,
on
maybe-
the screen wasn't the problem?
Clavicles? Maybe it was bare clavicles?
Maybe there were bare clavicles.
Showing straight
maybe-
clav.
Maybe there was an image of a sad, battered woman smearing makeup into an open gash. Oh, no, wait. That's in the video.
Yes.
Never mind. That's okay to have.
So nuts. Oh, God. So this
Two
weird
people
AI...
fucking on a pickleball court. That's the name of the window? We're
Yeah,
gonna-
right.
we're gonna blur that.
So yeah, this music is just insufferable. I don't know where it comes from. The AI asked not to be named in the movie, I do believe, but
Suno.
oh, okay, yeah. So,
I
but
can always tell when it's Suno because the voice is like that.
keeps pretending to be over. But while this music's going on, we see like she prays. He sits pensively in a park. He sleeps alone. He's not getting any. He's not He's not getting any.
Sick jammies too. He's tossing
Yes.
and turning in these snug looking jams.
This is how I picture Heath's life, though, to be fair. So,
those are some
accurate.
matching silk pajama jams
Yeah.
that he pulled up from fucking
yeah, they
Bed
are.
Bath and Beyond. That's he really thinks this man is rich.
So, but then the musical number though resolves on Julie calling Gramps about it and asking what he thinks she should do, right? And of course, he gives a lot of details about what he thinks she should do to his butthole specifically. That was first draft.
Okay, just real quick. The star of this scene, though, is Donald James Parker's upper thigh, which is very prominently displayed. He's flexing it very clearly. He's shaved it and oiled it.
He's
at
very
the front
proud of
side,
them legs.
camera
Yeah.
side. He's very excited. And I got to give him credit. Pretty nice upper thigh.
I'll tell you, Julie.
For a man his age,
That's
may
what
we
I'm
all
saying.
be so lucky.
Yeah, exactly.
That pickleball regimen.
But Gramps says, like, yeah, hey, I think you should do it. And I think, if you don't have time for it, maybe you could just invite him to the gym, and you could prove God to him while you're working out.
Yeah, we can exercise. We can talk about your dad's thighs. We can.
Yeah, that's the only way you're going to get these creamy whites. But then he says, I'll send you a list of some vulnerabilities that I forgot to exploit in the debate. And I thought to myself, Forrest, how does it feel knowing that Gramps walks around with a list of your vulnerabilities on his phone?
It gets me because this is what I was talking about earlier about failing the open book test. He is now saying that here's everything that he should have said in the debate. He was thinking about the debate for years afterwards, and here's everything that he could have cornered me with. And then we get into the arguments of him and Julie, and it's worse than the stuff he said in the debate, or the same thing, or at one point, Julie just says that I didn't answer a question that I actually did answer. Like, I think he's talking about, like, you dodged the question on this stuff. Find the question I dodged, first of all. And second of all, you could have emailed me and said, hey, you have my email address, and said, hey, man, I don't think you got this one right. In the debate, I know for fucking sure I said several times, come back and do it again if you want. We can keep talking. We can keep up this dialogue.
Sure.
He had a million options, and he chose the lamest, weirdest, cringiest, saddest one, and still blew it.
It's like a movie where we fall in love, all right.
A man who had the power of Google at his fingertips, and no one watching him, and could have and did indeed have years to practice and come up with something. This is what it was.
Right now, he's thinking like, oh, there's so many weaknesses. I'm thinking about Forrest's Achilles heel majora and Achilles heel minor. That's what's happening right now.
Those aren't anatomical terms, but why not? He probably thinks they are.
Yeah, right.
It's like micro and macro evolution.
We haven't brought this up yet, but the Trey character is wearing an atheist shirt, right? Every time we see him, but it's the same atheist shirt. Because Donald James Parker was damned to hell if he was going to buy 2 atheist shirts.
I thought the same thing, because they make a joke about it in the movie. Like, you wear the same shirt every day. He's like, I just really like it. And it's like, no, you just weren't going to give $20 to Amazon twice for atheism.
Yes,
There's no way.
Eli, you're in the movie.
Some people, so probably what you don't understand is, for some people wear the same shirt every day because it's actually Steve Jobs, the genius with great ideas. Steve Jobs once said.
Eli actually has a closet full of that same shirt.
Yeah,
that's
It's like a Donald Duck thing.
I smell normal. In case you're wondering, Forrest, a normal amount of normal smell.
So,
And I get made a lot of money for the job.
yeah, no, you get paid
The
handsomely.
bookshelves
Yeah.
sell the story of the
Mostly
of the
what I
money
buy.
you make.
Mostly what I buy is soaps and lotions for the many bathings I do.
Yeah.
Monthly?
So they
Water.
Bathing, water,
All the time.
soap,
Constantly.
ropes, cloths.
You go
scrub
next.
up in there.
You name a
Yeah.
bathing
My wife
word.
doesn't have to trick me into the bathroom and then shove me in the shower and turn it on. You said that.
Like a cat. Yes, exactly.
So don't do that to a cat. So
You can do it to me, though.
yeah, no, do that to
The
Eli.
official
That's my
position
observation.
of Puzzle in a
Done.
Thunderstorm
Yeah.
LLC.
So
Eli
good.
makes that noise that cats make if they get wet a little bit. It's terrible. Yeah, it's really scary.
So now we get the two of them meeting.
grabbing
at
the side of
gym.
the shower.
No, quit showing us your O face, Eli. We got to get back to the movie.
Damn it.
Thank you. I finally have someone on my side. Damn it.
I sent you those videos as a gift.
And they were thoroughly enjoyed.
Yeah.
All right, so this is we get them meeting at the gym now to talk God. This is where we learn that her name is Julie, but it's spelled Jeweli, which is fucking nuts.
Why
I refuse to spell it like that in my notes. I spelled it normal, Julie. So this is the Brick House Gym, spelled BRIK. I don't know. We're misspelling all kind of shit now. And like clearly, this is like the gym, like the gym room in his church or something like that, right? Because it's just this big, giant, empty room with two stationary bikes in the middle of it, and that's it. You know, some weights
like
in the
a
back.
pile of weights in the back, and is it like it's just no. This is what gym is this? What?
Yeah.
Then they go into another room, and
And it's a gym.
It's a gym.
It's
And
a
they-
real gym.
It's the same. It's the same gym that they were in at the beginning of Gramps Goes to College.
Yes,
Like, tell me
right.
it's not the same gym.
No, you're
Yeah,
right.
I
it
was
is.
like, are they in the lobby? And I don't know what gyms are really. So I was like, oh, gyms have a warm-up lobby
What
with just
gym
like a
has
couple
a
of bikes.
It's like a reception room with some equipment in it, and
Yes.
nobody else there.
Right.
Right.
It's so strange. And then they get into the massive empty gym, and they both lift 3 pounds.
Okay,
for
so I have-
25 fucking minutes.
I had some theories on this because throughout this, we're going to see these two working out together for the rest of the movie, right? Like that's going to be every other scene, and they're always going to be lifting like 4 pounds, or they're going to have these tiny little resistance bands that they're using. And I think my theory is that like nobody was allowed to show up Gramps, right? Like he'd show up and he's like, "Watch how many push-ups I can do," and he'd do like 3 really sad push-ups, and then nobody would want to do more than 3 because he would get all grumpy and run off, you know, if they did. So I think that's what was limiting it the whole time. So, okay. So onto the arguments. They're on the bikes together, and he says, well, you know, I was actually raised religious. I started off religious, and you know, I stopped being religious because I learned more stuff. And she's like, well, are you sure it wasn't that you were just the wrong kind of Christianity? Because Presbyterian is basically Satanist. You were in the wrong Christianity. So apparently you have to try all 45,000 denominations of Christianity before you're allowed to be an atheist.
It is always that. I apologize. I didn't mean to speak over you. It is
Go ahead.
always that, where it's you have to be a Christian. Okay, I tried Christianity. Well, you weren't the right kind of Christian. You didn't pray hard enough. You didn't do this or this. Like it's always a no true Scotsman fallacy. The entire goddamn religion is the no true Scotsman fallacy.
Yep.
And this is also where he points out, he's like, hey, but you're a pediatrician, because he's a pediatrician in the movie. And he's like, you're a pediatrician. Don't you have to science for your job? And she's like, no, I have this very small pocket of ignorance that I keep my most essential worldview in a way that would terrify any of my patients' parents if they knew about it.
Yeah,
Yep.
right.
Now I feel like I need to pop quiz all my son's pediatricians, right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
"Hey, and you haven't ruled out an entire category of science that's not relevant to strep throat and whether or not he has it. I just want to clarify. You believe in all the fields of study that are related to yours.
Thank you very much for treating my child. Just really quick, are hearts Trump? And if they're like, what? And do you need to lie down? Then you know they're a good doctor.
That's when you
There you
know,
go.
yeah.
So yeah. So but
You just shave and a haircut them into yelling something homophobic,
Yeah.
and you're like, yep, there it is. There it is.
So, but we get her providing now her evidence for God. She explains that there is scientific evidence, but you have to presuppose God exists for it to work. She says, you know, just ask yourself, for example, could my God fit in this gap? Right? So, and what she's doing to start off is she's like, you know, you got to look at these things and say, would God be a more likely explanation than the naturalistic explanation? And I would not only argue that God isn't the better explanation, God can't be the better explanation, right? Because no matter what you're trying to explain, you now have to also explain the existence of God, which is another thing, right? So now you have 2 things to explain. One of them is infinitely complex.
And her example of this is the top of the mountain metaphor. Now, I have not heard this for a really long time because it's so fucking stupid, but here's the apologetic, right? It's like, there's a mountain, and you go up the mountain, and going up the mountain is pretty fucking easy. But then you get to the top of the mountain, and the top of the mountain is harder to climb. So it probably means God put a guy at the top of the mountain if he's there.
Yes.
And I can't emphasize that that's the craziest fucking metaphor for what else could it be I could possibly think of.
In all fairness, those were all words. And like when you at the end of the day, you got to give it that. Like that's great.
Yeah, that was just talk, God. Like that was it. That's the format of all these
And
things.
we got there. We got
She
to
says
God, and that's all that matters.
She says at this point, she offers that mountain analogy thing, and then she goes, you accuse us of invoking the God of the gaps, but you guys invoke the time of the gaps. And I'm like, that is not even where you would insert the word time if you were going to put it in that phrase.
No, wait,
Are there- Are there time skeptics in Christianity? Are there truthers about that dimension?
She's doing the whole thing where, like, this is what Answers in Genesis does all the time, where it's like, well, if you want to say that anything evolved, no matter how ridiculous, you just say that it took millions and millions of years. And if it couldn't have evolved in a million years, you say it took 10 million. And if it couldn't evolve in that, you say it took a billion. And you just add time, and time is the god. And that's what Ken Ham says all day. He's like, time is one of their gods. And, like, the problem is math exists, and we can actually figure out how long something would have taken to evolve. There's a thing called a molecular clock model. It's another thing that Donald doesn't know about, where we can look at a present genetic state and an ancestral genetic state, or we can even look at whatever protein or whatever is coded for in that by that gene, and we can use a fixed or even an estimated mutation rate to make an estimate of about how long it would take for such thing to evolve. And then here's the kicker. It's not just inventing the story. Evolution is science, and science works because it makes novel, testable predictions. So we can then have that molecular clock and say, okay, if this is true, then we should be able to look at this point in the fossil record, in this area of the world, in this strata, and we should find something like this. And guess the fuck what we do. And so what they're talking about here, it's just time. You just decide, well, it's just anytime you put time in it. That's not how it works. That's what you motherfuckers do. Whenever you go into Genesis 1 and it says, okay, well, in a day, God made this, that doesn't make any sense. But well, day could mean various things. And really, what is a day to God? Right. That's time of the gaps. When we talk about, like, well, you notice how he made plants on this day and then he made light afterwards. That's weird. Well, time is a meaningless thing when you're the creator of the universe. He's outside of time. Bitch, that's time of the gaps. And meanwhile, we're over here doing actual fucking science. And Donald James Parker, who does not know, and I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, literally the first thing about the topic he is trying to debunk is sitting here giving us the laziest fucking Ken Ham excuses. And I know he's getting his shit from Ken Ham and whatnot, because in his version of the debate video that's posted on his channel, which shockingly still has 0 fucking comments after 2 years, he has a line that says, this is my movie reaction or my movie response to this debate, and it's this. And then he has another line that says, this is what I wish I would have been able to say if I had had the presence of mind to do it. And it's a goddamn Answers in Genesis video about protein evolution. It's
amazing.
A link to Calvin Smith talking about how motor proteins can't possibly evolve. And it's the laziest shit you have ever seen.
You know what? I feel bad. I'm going to give him one comment. I'm going to write, oof. There we go.
There we go.
There you go.
Yeah.
See how long it lasts. But this is also where he raises his big objection to Christianity, because I think when people ask us why we're atheists, the number one reason that lives in our hearts and our minds is, if Jesus died on a Friday and rose on a Sunday, he was only dead for 2 days.
That's not even 3 days. Thing. That's his lead.
That's the big issue.
He says, there's some wacky stuff in the Bible, too. And she goes, really? And that's what he leads with. And she's like, no, I do have to concede that we got that one wrong an awful lot.
I wish that I could give my life to Christ, but at the end of the day, Tuesday isn't Friday, y'all.
Yeah,
and therefore,
That's the only thing.
It's over. It's over.
Donald,
for me.
you're the one who can make the movie called Tuesday is Friday that's going to win us over.
So
My
yeah,
soul is on the line, Donald. Please convince me that the days of the week don't exist.
there's also a great line here where they're getting done with their theology workout or whatever, and he goes like, "Look, you can get me up at 6 a.m. and make me sweat a gallon of sweat every day," and I'm like, "There's no sweat on either of you. Like, I have more sweat just from having to turn the AC off to do the record. Are you fucking kidding me?" You guys didn't sweat. Okay, so now we head back to the studio to chat with his co-host, right?
Yeah.
He
And
goes,
the co-host is like, "Hey, man, can you just trick her into sex so that this stops being what the movie is about?"
"Oh my
That
god!"
was the second time I wrote in all caps in my notes.
Yeah.
Because, yes, his co-host is he literally says, just pretend to convert, and then I wrote it down. Then he says, you can just bed her and wed her. And I'm like, first of all, gross. Check this motherfucker's hard drives, please. And second of all, like, you think you can get married to this woman and not keep up the ruse of being a Christian? Like, what?
When you're an atheist podcaster, like,
Yes,
Where am I headed?
the rest of your life you will continue at this career, but at least you got a piece of pediatrician ass, so it's all worth it, right?
I hope this guy Forrest becomes a Christian, but if he fakes it, I'd be cool with that too. Like either way, whatever works.
If he were to take advantage of my good graces, oh, Forrest.
I'd take advantage of his good graces
Truly,
or
you've
his
learned
daughter,
all
and then he'll
the
be happy.
tricks, right. Especially that little circle you make around my labia majora.
So yeah, but his buddy, his co-host tells him he warns him. He's like, he doesn't believe in the labia majora. But his buddy warns him. He's like, hey, when you get talking to those Christians, they can be awfully convincing. There are plenty of videos on YouTube of atheists converting to Christianity, and I'm like, dude, there are plenty of videos on YouTube of fucking Bigfoot in lingerie. I mean, whatever you want, bro.
And I've
It's
jerked
there.
off to both of those videos.
It's a challenging wank. I'll give it that.
Yeah, no, some of them.
Like I as an atheist podcaster who does the live call-in shows and all those things all the time, check me out on the line. I have had plenty of Christians call in saying that they deconverted and they deconstructed because of what they saw from us. Donald, because again, I know you are listening to this. I just want you to know, man, I promise you, I give you my solemn word as an atheist, I will lead 10 people away from Jesus for every one that you lead to it. Like, that's, I promise you, bro.
Well, like,
the
almost-
One of
battle's
yours,
over.
10 of ours.
So, like,
exactly.
Yes.
I know that like this particular group of four doesn't really exemplify this very well, but almost everyone who is within this like atheist movement, the broader atheist movement, started as a Christian, right?
Yes.
And got talked out of it with some kind of evidence.
By an evil atheist.
Yeah. So, okay, now we're going to get one of my favorite cuts in the entire fucking movie where we cut over to Trey's Presbyterian parents worrying about his soul.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
would you mind just, Heath, would you mind reenacting this scene with me?
Sure.
Yeah.
Who-
Will you be the mom and I'll be the dad? Just
I'm
real
Trey's
quick.
mom?
Just real quick, if you don't mind. Just so quick, yeah?
Okay. So I think I sense something's happening.
God damn it, I don't wanna.
Okay.
That's the fucking scene. She's like, I sense that there's something wrong. We should pray for our son. And he's like, maybe our son can go fuck himself in the ass.
God damn it. There's no amount. I wish I was a better planner so I could murder you, Myrtle. I fucking hate every day. You were so hot, and I just thought, God damn it, Myrtle.
Are you faking your Christianity? Just to have sex with me?
I'll poison myself and send you to prison so someone else can stab you to death, Myrtle. I
man.
swear to God.
Are we like 99%
I'll
of
eat
Christian
any
marriages
mushroom
right now?
you put on my plate right now. No questions asked, no cooking.
Oh, Jesus, I'm dripping in sweat. So then we cut over to Julie and Lori. They're having themselves a morning chat, and Lori's telling us about a movie she watched last night and how the priest in it was trying to get people to go up, and people who didn't go up died, and no fucking clue. No idea.
You're not aware of the 1972 film The Poseidon Adventure?
Is that
Well,
what he was
I actually
referencing?
am. Like, the biggest hole in my atheism is the 1972
Is the Poseidon
No,
movie,
it's
Adventure?
right,
The
right.
Poseidon
No,
Adventure.
yeah, I get it. Yeah.
So that's a tough one. You could just fuck me right in that heel with the Poseidon Adventure.
So look, he was watching that movie and he had this thought, and he's like, "Ooh, that's going to be in the movie. That was a pretty good observation I made right there."
It's also, I know it's not the point. It's not what the Poseidon Adventure is about, Donald. I
Nope,
know there's
not at
so
all.
many things you're not going to get in life, but there's just a part of me that needs you to know that's not what the Poseidon Adventure is about.
He isn't. That's a different god. He's not going to look into it.
Yeah,
no,
right.
it's fair.
Exactly.
So the guy. But the girls talk about how evolutionists offer us no hope, and I'm like, is that an evolutionist's job, really, to offer you hope? And then she says, this is the scariest moment in the movie for me. Lori says to Julie, "Hey, what if we tried to find his parents and we got in touch with them and prayed with them?"
Funny you say that. It is also the scariest part of the movie for me. Because like, I was sitting on the couch watching this with my wife, and like I paused, and like we had to sit and like take a stock of like which of my family members are still alive that I can like, try
that
to,
he
like,
may
figure
have
out,
tried
like,
to reach out to. Yeah.
Did he actually try to hunt down? He's not gonna find anybody. But holy shit, man! I wonder if he tried.
I wonder.
Okay.
Can I say, Forrest, there are two really solid whammies if he decides to go for parents on this podcast.
Oh, like, that's what I'm saying. If, like, honestly, if he decided to look for ours, I would pay so much money to see the email exchange between Donald James Parker and Liz Rosenberg.
Her email is displayed on the screen now. For those of you watching along on YouTube, you can find My Mother's Donald. Feel free to reach out to Lee Bennett Hopkins Award winner Liz Rosenberg with all your objections.
My dad hasn't returned a single email for like over like almost 15 years now. He has been dead for that time, but like
well,
I'm assuming that it's just,
Solid
I assume
explanation.
that it's just a
Well, from an
thing, you
atheist
know?
perspective, I guess that makes sense, yeah.
Right,
All right,
you're
well,
right.
Or
I
is
need a
he?
quick break to ask my mom to check her spam folder, but first, let me give Act 3 the hard sell. Will Gramps' next movie be about that time he wet himself on the bus? Will he make one about the time he didn't realize he'd forgotten his wallet until he got all the way to the checkout at Walmart and then he had to go back and put all the stuff back and it was really embarrassing? Does making a humiliating movie about a time you were humiliated cancel out and give you back your dignity? Yes, maybe, and no, but stick around anyway for the rest of the movie because it's fucking hilarious. Are you sure this isn't some sort of cunning farce?
No, Donald, for the third time, I just want to help with the movie.
Oh yeah? Well, how so?
Look, I'm not going to pretend that I loved your movie, Donald. I just want to give you some sort of insight into atheist podcasting, because you seem to be missing it.
Oh, I see.
So I thought I'd just bring you by the record so you could see how it all actually works.
Oh, into the lion's den, so to speak.
Sure, man.
And they won't mind?
Nope, I just set up a little spot for us right over here in the corner.
Okay, you guys ready?
Yep.
Ready.
Yep. Just a 5 count.
Yeah, 5 count.
1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5.
5.
Sorry, did you forget to count, Eli?
Yeah, sorry.
Jesus Christ. Okay, so 5 count. 5 count.
5 count.
1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5.
5.
Heath, I didn't hear you that time. Heath? Are you,
Oh, shit. It kicked him off the call.
Oh, fuck. I'll message him on Facebook.
Yeah,
Hold on one
message
second.
him on
Can you
Facebook.
guys hear me now?
Yeah. No, great. So,
Nice.
sorry, when did we lose you?
After I said yes.
Okay. All right, so let's do we'll do the 5 count.
Eli, forget.
Yeah, no, I forgot.
Figured. Okay, 5 count. Got it.
Okay. 1.
Oh, sorry, I forgot to press record. I have not.
Press record.
Fuck's
I
sake.
was gonna press record.
How long does this go on for?
About 50 or so minutes.
Oh, wow. Got it. All right, that is so much funnier since you fucked up so bad at the beginning of this record, dude. That makes
What can
that
I
so much
say?
fucking funnier.
I write from the truth.
I was gonna say there's a little bit of truth in the best fiction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Only been 10 years. Why would I have it down by now?
Okay, if you'll just look at the chart,
No
you can see
dice,
that.
Mr. Salesman.
Hey, Heath, why is Eli hiding behind our couch? Did Forrest have to use the mace we gave him?
No. Keith's coming for my phone.
Is what?
Yeah, so Eli's been a little jumpy since he switched to Mint Mobile.
What's Mint Mobile?
Mint Mobile is here to rescue you with premium wireless plans starting at $15 a month. All plans come with high-speed data and unlimited talk and text delivered on the nation's largest 5G network.
I didn't have to switch my phone.
That's right, you didn't. Bring your own phone and number, activate with eSIM in minutes, and start saving immediately. No long-term contracts, no hassle. Ditched overpriced wireless and get 3 months of premium wireless service from Mint Mobile for $15 a month.
I don't know, Heath. Have you actually tried it?
I have. I switched my whole family to Mint Mobile. Now we get the same service for a fraction of the cost.
Great. Where do I sign up?
If you like your money, Mint Mobile is for you. Shop plans at mintmobile.com/GAM. That's mintmobile.com/GAM. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month 5 GB plan required, equivalent to $15 a month. New customer offer for first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See Mint Mobile for details.
All right, guys. Thanks.
Now, will you come out from behind the couch, Eli?
Does Forrest promise not to steal my phone?
Yes, he does.
And not to mace me for touching?
No.
No deal.
It's gonna be a while.
Yeah, I'll go grab a coffee.
Little bit of touching.
And we're back for still more of this shit, and we're going to rejoin the action with a second theological workout session, where they'll be debating, I guess, another one of the vulnerabilities, Forrest's vulnerabilities that Gramps wish he had exploited was the Shroud of Turin.
Yeah, classical slam dunk against atheists. They're taken super seriously the whole time.
Oh, yeah, if only he had thought to debunk the carbon dating of the Shroud of Turin with his what if that was just a patch that got carbon dated argument.
Carbon's actually a Ponzi scheme, is what I read.
Sorry,
I don't.
Donald, real quick. Do you think they only did one specific spot of
One
the
fiber.
Shroud of Turin?
No, they just got all patches.
One tiny bit, and it was the only place that was exposed
Yes!
to smoke during a fire, and the
they-
only place where soot landed. And the trained scientists from several different organizations all made the same mistake
and
the
didn't
same
think
way
of that.
at the same
And didn't
time.
think, oh, fuck,
No.
man, we should have done two.
The thing is, if Donald James Parker had ever read any scientific paper ever, he would have found this thing called the discussion section, where you talk about all the ways that you could be wrong about this, and like all the issues with, and the things that need to be tested in the future, and the things you
Yes.
left out, and all that stuff, and maybe would have found the people who talk about why this hypothesis, this immunizing hypothesis that is being suggested, doesn't work and doesn't make any logical sense. But then for that to happen, he would also probably have to know the word isotope, and that's not happening.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
no,
he's
there's
never
a
going
lot
to
of
get there.
steps. But before you make it to the discussion section of the paper, there are so many steps along the road
That are going to lose
that
Donald
Donald has
James
to take.
Parker, yeah. So, yeah, and he says, well, you know, the blood on the Shroud of the Turin is fake. And she goes, one guy said it wasn't. And I'm like, why would that even be relevant? We know that the forgers would have had access to blood, right, regardless of
and
when
like
it was made.
It also doesn't look like a person if it was draped over a person.
Yeah,
and
right,
They kind of touch on that, whereas like, no, it's like a photo negative, and like they never get all the way into the talking point where it's like, no, there was this radiant light from Jesus that burned his image into the thing. And so it is blood, but also isn't blood. But
Right.
the weird, you know, whatever.
I was always wondering
That
why the Shroud of
also
Turin
doesn't-
looked like this. And now
Exactly. Yeah, it's a selfie. Yeah.
Sorry,
It
so
just-
your
it
story
doesn't
is the
track.
Son of God, like, photocopied his boobs onto a sheet? That's what you're going with?
Fun office prank on the way out.
There's
Yeah,
actually
he had
a
a really
study
wide
that
head.
like shows. There's actually this one study that shows like if you were to drape something over a person and it made contact like a sheet would over a human being, this is what it would look. And as you'd expect, like all the limbs are like weirdly wide and spread out because that's going to have more of a contact area, and you really get like superficial contact with like places like the face and everything. But in fact, when we look at the shower turd, it's the opposite. You get a really weirdly detailed face with perfectly framed hair, as if the person is standing upright instead of laying down and its hair is splayed out. And it's almost as if somebody painted this fucking picture in a time where they didn't think about how photo negatives work, because that shit didn't exist. Who knew that we would have such a thing? That's how Jesus operates. As with fossils, as with radiometric dating, as with light in space, God is really, really, really good at making it look like all the evidence for him is bullshit and all the evidence against him is solid, because that tests you as a Christian. That's
It's
what
a
it is.
perfect crime.
Well, sometimes that's also Satan, but yes, it's also that.
Right, right. It's
and
always
also-
God unless it's Satan, and then that's God anyway, but not actually.
Right.
Sure. Whatever.
So yeah, so they're having this argument about the Shroud of Turin. There's one part here that I love where he's like, haha, your dad is so dumb and lame and stupid. What? Did I say something
That's
wrong?
how you talk to women.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also
love
love
it
how
when
you
you
talk
rip
to
on their
girls.
dads.
negging, they call it. Yeah. So also, I love that these actors both try to start. They're like, okay, well, what would we do next? Planking, and then 2 seconds later, they're like, we probably wouldn't do planking, huh?
Well, okay, what's funny is
Julie's doing planking, and he's just laying on his side for the whole scene.
Yeah, he's
doing
just
the
lying
planking.
there in the fetal position, being like, "Yep, we both planked for equal amounts of time."
Yeah, we
for
sure
the
did.
physical business of this.
99, 100. Okay, you can still keep going, but that's cool.
And
That's cool.
the whole time she's like, you got to quit making fun of my dad. It's really mean. And in this moment, Donald James Parker had this character say everything he wishes somebody would have said in his defense.
Yeah.
That he
right.
has the person, he has to write and edit and film and direct someone standing up to his bullies for him. And again, his bully is a 30-something-year-old biologist in Oklahoma who asked him politely if he knows what words mean.
And again, for those who haven't seen the video, I cannot emphasize how nice Forrest was through this entire video. It's painful for me how nice he was through this entire fucking interview.
If
A
Donald
ton
would
of the
return
comments
my
on-
emails, you would see the difference. But
A ton of the comments on those videos are talking about how I'm too patient and I let him ramble on too much. And I really just wanted to let him say whatever he had to say just really show where he was coming from. And where he was coming from was entirely up his own ass, as we all expected.
And that's where he retreated to at the end, right? So the value of the discussion that you guys had, and that being there on the record in the internet, that what you sacrificed your sanity for there is the fact that we can say for certain that, look, he's had this shit painstakingly explained to him in a level of detail where, like, each step along the way, Forrest said, hey, does this part make sense, right? Can we agree on this part? And then when he gets to the end and he's like, now pronounce the whole word together, he's like, Jesus did it, right? That's and the fact that we have that, we know that exists in the world. We can say, well, okay, well, we know where he's coming from. We know it's not that he doesn't know the information or hasn't had an opportunity to know the information, right? And it's good. It's useful, like, because if you like do this long enough, you start feeling sorry for the guy, and you're like, yeah, it's been a long time since unexpected bar mitzvah, or whatever. And then you see something like this, and you're like, no, okay, all right, he's doing this shit on purpose still.
yeah, 100%. Yeah, I mean, it's just yeah.
Yeah.
What bothers me about it is, like, in that interview, like, the most important moment for me is at the very end. I asked him, like, what would possibly change your mind? Could anything change your mind? And his answer was, I hope not. And I refuse to think about this. He shows over and over in this movie how much it bothered him that I said I don't want to go to heaven and stuff. But all this shows is I was at least willing to entertain his idea and his worldview and say what would be the, here's what I do with that information. Now, this dude literally will not even consider the idea that he's wrong.
Yeah.
Because it's just too scary for him. And that donks so bad.
Well, but my favorite part is immediately after that, because you point out that he just said that. You know, you like after he says that, you're like, okay, well, so I just said that if you provided good evidence, I would change my mind. And you just said that you wouldn't change your mind, or that at least you hope that you wouldn't change your mind, regardless of what evidence I presented. So you see how that's an impediment to a discussion. And he goes, that's not what I said. And he says, what I said was this. And it's like, it was 8 seconds ago, man. We all heard what you just fucking said.
We didn't need crystal rewind button on the YouTube video.
You know how videos work, right?
You know you're not writing Forrest's lines, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So,
He wishes he was. And in this movie, he was. And
He is.
Still,
He gets to write them.
Still lost.
lost to his
Still
own
lost.
argument.
Yeah, it's very sad.
Still fucking lost. Yeah. So, okay. So,
He
but then.
removed himself from the second half of the movie so we couldn't make fun of him. And yet,
Right.
he still
Hey, here
wrote
we
it,
are.
And
Yeah.
he still made fun of himself.
Well, but there's also this point here, too, where I think, because a lot of this, he knows he's speaking directly to us with this movie, right? He knows we're all going to watch it and shit. And he says, would you be happy if somebody was mocking your parents? And I'm like, hey, man, if my parents were making homophobic, anti-Semitic, transphobic, anti-science, pro-Trump YouTube videos with fucking baby's first camera production values, I would be mocking them myself, Donald.
Yeah, dude.
I would also not invite them to Thanksgiving.
Yes, exactly.
That's the whole thing. If I found out today that my dad is out here making YouTube videos like this, I'm gonna freak out because that means he's alive.
Yeah, he's been alive this whole time, right?
That's tough, yeah.
But that's about it.
Well, I also have to point out.
Now
like,
I'm just picturing my dad, who is also passed away and had a stroke, doing aphasia YouTube videos.
Oh, yeah,
Tim is the but he'll tell you about all the things that Forrest got wrong in his evolution video.
and
You
also,
were only allowed.
by the way,
You were only allowed to do that because it is your dad.
yeah, right,
Yeah.
right. Actually, it's Heath's dad. So
He was actually
he doesn't even have that excuse, man. So
we were close. I met him once.
Yeah, no, he gave Eli an aphasia card. It's cool.
yeah, no,
It's
exactly.
true.
exactly
It's fine.
Right, right.
That's
He
fine.
just cashed that one in. He's got three
Either
more
this or it's
punches.
one of my son's drawings. I can't tell. They're very
God.
similar.
All right, so.
5.
But I also, I want to point out too that my dad's recently deceased, but like he was alive while I was doing this for a living. He's Christian. My mom's Christian.
didn't talk
They're
funny.
proud of me. Yeah, no, my dad didn't talk funny. He forgot shit. That got funny eventually. But no, but like they're proud of what I do, right? Despite the fact that they don't agree with me about religion, right? They're just proud that I like followed something that I loved and I do something that I think is important, right?
Well,
So,
your mom
anyway.
is pretty sure it's just a phase of
Well, she
atheism.
does. Yeah, she also does think it's a phase.
Mom does think the scathing atheist from the scathing atheist is probably going
just
to come back.
Probably,
around at some
yes,
point.
probably believes in Christianity. Okay, so now they move from the gym to the coffee shop now, so that she can give us the just look at the trees argument. And I think all of us have in our notes, oh my God, there's a banana on the table, guys. Guys, there's a banana on the
Yeah,
table.
I was really excited, and then go
Bananas
after
it.
it.
She full banana mans
Yeah.
it.
She did.
That
That was the third time that I wrote in all caps in my notes.
Yeah,
Full banana mans it. Donald was smart enough though not to have the actress do any of the miming with the
Yeah,
banana.
right.
You know she
Yeah.
went for it, and he was like, I've seen what they do to our
Yeah,
kind.
my notes at this point were I do know what love is, Donald, because he was talking about how atheists don't know what love
Right,
is. Then
yes,
it's look at the trees at the custard place, and then in all comfort, she did Ray Comfort's banana.
it's amazing.
Yes.
And
Yes.
just to be clear about
And then
the
immediately
intelligent...
into Donald James Parker doesn't know how fruit works, and there's a whole
Yep.
page
Yep.
here
Yep.
about everything he doesn't know about fruit.
Yeah, just to be clear about the intelligent design narrative of the banana, that
Mm-hmm.
means that God created the banana at some point and was like, fucking bananas, nailed it. Wait, you didn't let me finish. Pull tab. Yes.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, he was proud of that one, even though you really
And
should
then an
open it
angel
from
was
the
like,
other
how
side.
about like a resealable Ziploc thing? And he's like, fuck, get out of the invention room.
kick him out the
asshole.
window. Yeah, right. But he's like, the extent of his ignorance is staggering. And Forrest, I'll throw this to you because this is more your area of expertise than mine. But just to like show you like how little he knows, even for like a layman that doesn't really know about this shit, she goes, well, how does creating a delicious fruit aid the plant in surviving? And I'm like, well, we eat it and then we shit out the seeds, and the seeds get spread further when people carry the fucking fruit. Do you not know that, Donald?
No, those are its babies. That's not the fruit.
And that's just one of the things.
Yes,
An
right.
animal could eat it and then, poop out the seeds later. That's just dispersal. Also, the fruit itself is nourishment for the seeds. If you just bury the fucking fruit, then the fruit and the fruits that we have are all subject to artificial selection.
That
If you
too,
go
yeah.
Look at what a natural peach or a natural apple or a natural banana looks like. They don't look like the shit we have today, which have this massive amount of like pith and flesh and shit inside just to feed us and give us extra nutrients, the sweetness and the flavor and the meat that we want. That doesn't exist in fucking nature. It's just a little bit to either feed an animal and get dispersed, which is a trade-off, an evolutionary trade-off, not a fucking controversial idea, or to nourish the fruit itself, the seed itself. Like, it's so bothersome. But then we'd have to get into what the fuck a fruit is, and this man doesn't know what fruit are. And so, bananas are berries, y'all, first of all. You're going to blow Donald James Parker.
This guy's looking up words and checking stuff. That's cheating. He's a witch.
What's
knowing
so
all these
crazy
knowledges
is he makes the grapefruit argument, right? Which is, look, if you don't know that grapefruits are a crossbred hybrid, it's a really nice layman knockdown drag out argument, right? If laymen don't know about crossbreeding
and artificial selection, right? If they just imagine
like,
that
look
just
at
popped
big
up in
wet
nature.
ball
Yeah.
of juice. Come on, and it feels good, it sounds good, but here's the crazy thing. Donald does know about the crossbreeding, and then he lets the atheist scientist character talk about it, and then her response is, fuck you. Like, she goes,
Do you want to fucking have sex with me? Really, my dad, through this crazy sexual
She
exploration
changed.
that's happening?
her response is essentially hybrid schmybrid. How is that real?
Right.
Yeah, and then she says some shit about like, well, you don't even know where things come from in the first place. It's like, first of all, we know a lot. And second of all, then you just launch into complexity. And the guy even says, like, complexity isn't a good argument. But, of course, he doesn't know why complexity is a good argument. He
Right.
just knows that it isn't. And so
He's
then
been
he
told
has
that
her make
before.
a bad argument about complexity that doesn't
Yes.
address any of the actual issues. She's like, well, things are so complex and you don't know where they come from. And he's like, that's not a good argument. And she's like, yeah, but things are so complex and you don't know where they come from. And he's like, fuck, you're right. And
No,
it's like,
I didn't think about it
Really
like that.
got me.
I didn't think about it in that tone. But my favorite part of that is that when she goes to make the complexity argument, she's like, it's Donald James Parker's audience, and he's like, blind watchmaker. Oh, that's going to be a little complicated for them. I feel like we should probably use Legos.
Yeah, Legos is better. Yeah. And before she leaves,
Wait, those are hard to handle. The small Duplos. We'll do Duplos.
Duplos are the play schools. The Winnie the Pooh set specifically that comes with the app that tells you how to do the animated pieces hop together is the one that I need. But before she leaves, she gives him a challenge. And this fucking rules, right? So this is a classic Christian apologetic, which has since been debunked because we really, really know how the circulatory system evolved. But it used to be, draw me how the circulatory system evolved. And then nerds like Forrest were like, oh, okay, here you go. So he's got the Donald James Parker version where he's like, draw me how the circulatory system evolved. And also, wait till let me finish. Also blood and hypertension with it. Stop saying you keep opening your mouth like you have answers. And then also there's a grapefruit in the blood, but it's small.
Well, okay.
Also, how many windows are in New York City right now? Also, you have to say that at the end.
Well,
And
there's
draw
also
it.
What that is actually the same argument from our debate, and actually
Yes.
the same argument from Gramps Goes to College. What evolved first, the blood or the brain or the lungs? And we broke that down in my review. And then he asked me again in the debate, and I answered him then. And now here we are again, like, well,
Yes.
what is the blood or the circulatory system or the
Why
heart? Like,
would you-
brother? We have answers, and you have my email address.
Why would you even think that, like, because, like, he's asking, like, well, Like the assumption then is that the heart evolved by itself and then just hopped on into a chest somewhere. Like, why would you not assume that this should all evolve together anyway? It's such a weird place to start, right? Like, why are we even talking you off of this of all ledges?
Yeah. Also, if we're playing with
thing, man.
make me a picture of something, draw me a picture of God creating the platypus with a straight face while he's doing it. Just God being like,
Use AI.
duck, wait, duck, beaver, otter, wait. Also poison. I want poison in there. What?
You know what pisses me
Eggs.
the fuck off is that ducks have been around for a couple tens of millions of years, right? Platypuses are monotremes, right? Back in the day, right, when mammals, first of all, we're talking about 220 million years ago.
So we're going to grind your gears about monotremes. I'm sorry. Go no,
monotremes?
by
Yes,
all
we
means,
are.
go right
Yes,
ahead.
we
My
are.
wife
we're talking
Ann
about-
is
I'm
so
excited.
plugged in right now because you said
220 million
monotremes.
years ago,
Wet.
fucking mammals evolved. And for the first about 100 million years, we were all amniotes. We were all laying eggs. It isn't until another 100
Really?
million years that we get placentals and marsupials splitting off. And so you've got about 120 million years-ish in there, in that range. That's where you get the split, where you have eutherians, placentals, which is us, the placenta mammal, and then you've got
Speak for yourself.
you've got marsupials, the little pouchy boys over there, and then you've got still the monotremes. And now
Don't
we
try
go
to
up today.
reach
There's
me by
only,
saying pouchy boys. I felt that.
there's only two.
Ah, shit, I'm
two
losing the fat
extant
one.
monotremes.
Pouchy boys.
There's only two extant monotremes, and it's platypus and echidna. Those are the ground state, right? Those are the normal mammals. Everybody else is actually the weird ones. We look at them laying eggs, and we're like, these guys are so weird. We're the weird ones. Point is, 120 million years ago, we have that going on. Couple tens of million years, you get ducks. Birds go back like 114 million years in general, and then ducks specifically are a pretty modern thing. And then we look at the fucking platypus that's been here the whole time. We're like, you look like this bitch. You got a duck face, motherfucker. Ducks have a platypus face. That's a platypus face duck, is what it is.
I gotta say, I have to
and-
say, I feel like there's no way Heath could have known when he came for the platypus what he was really opening up here.
Okay, I
love
just
it
wanna say-
so
it
much.
gets me so mad.
My wife Ann is an enthusiast of monotremes very specifically. And Ann, if you're listening, I just want you to know that I also knew all the stuff that Forrest said. I could have explained all of that if I wanted
Forrest,
to.
I,
But
know
I
you
wanted to
said
make sure
no
he
to
was going to
fucking
get it
our
out
wives on air in front of us, but I want you to know that you accidentally said yes.
Actually, Forrest, Heath is making a movie now about with his daughter was.
I'll talk to you.
there. Also, your video cut out. What happened?
So okay.
It's over.
So okay. So meanwhile, Lori has successfully stalked Trey's parents.
Yeah, she says the word eureka unironically. She actually
Yes.
yells eureka. Throughout this entire movie, these people get really, really close to sounding like a human, and then they blow it at the last minute every single time.
Right. There's also this long moment here where she's like, I found them on Facebook, but there's no phone number. Well, I guess I'll go with plan B, because his audience doesn't like intuitively know that Facebook has a messaging capability.
Right. That's the cell phone's technology.
Yes, yeah, right.
And
It's one of them cell
I
phone
can't have
things.
that because it might connect to the Wi-Fi and track my pupils and put 5G
Yeah,
in my blood.
right. Yeah, exactly. It'll interfere with my vaccines.
This
so
man
yeah-
is an IT professional who made this, by the way.
Right, yeah. Then we get this fucking fantastic moment where we realize what it's like to be around Donald James Parker when he gets a message on Facebook, right? Because the woman, the mom, says, honey, we just got a message from a non-friend on our Facebook account. And the dad goes, sounds like a scam to me.
God, I fucking hate it. Do you remember that sketch Adam Sandler and Chris Farley used to do with the Zagat's guy?
Yeah.
That's these parents.
That's their vibes. Exactly.
Let it be a gun.
Lord, kill me now.
God.
He goes, it sounds like a scam. The mom character goes, again, actual quote from the movie, I'm always very leery of strangers.
I love that the husband is like, yeah, that sounds like a scam, but write back and see how
Yeah,
it goes.
yeah.
so we
Let's
can
find out what kind of scam.
I'm so bored with you all happily turn my life savings over to a guy in India. Honestly, anything that removes me from the day in, day out waking up of your face, Margaret, I'll do it. I'll do it. They can have our bank account. I'll let them fuck you in front of me. Whatever you want.
And then possibly the most
a full
dangerous.
Forrest Valkai.
And
First
then,
of all, how dare you be so accurate? And second of all, don't start the meme, all right? Because it's already there's too many that haunt me.
Eli already has the
Forrest,
website.
Forrest, would you like me to start a meme?
it's okay.
Don't-
You're gonna
Sounds
regret
like
saying
a
that.
Hang
for
on.
the
Dive out the window.
rest of your
I'm
life.
just saying,
And
the first
smoke
person
bomb.
who comes to my comment section saying I fucked their wife in front of them is gonna be blocked unless they're correct.
Okay. All right.
All right, everybody. You
So
have your
you know what you have to do. Yeah. So okay.
Somebody
so,
knows what they have to do.
You've been on video the whole time, King. This is going to work out so bad for you.
So yeah, but possibly the most dangerous message in the history of Donald James Parker movies. Mom says at this point, "Oh, they want to pray with us. It can't be a scam, right? They're Christians." And then we cut to Benjamin, and that's the co-host. That's the Heath character, and he is with Tracy, who we haven't met up to this point in the movie, which is insane given the role she's going to play from here on. Right. She's their production assistant at their podcasting studio.
Like we have.
Yes, exactly. And she's going to be like a main character for the rest of this movie because Donald James Parker cannot conceive of a male-to-male friendship where you would like share emotional things about yourself.
Of course, yeah. No,
Right.
That makes sense. I will also say that we get a little bit of like a red herring with Tracy here, right? Because in this scene, Benji, the Heath/me, is like, oh man, what are we going to do? How are we going to get him free of this girl? And she goes, I've got a plan. And then he's like, oh, what is it? And she's like, I'll tell you later. She never tells him later.
Nope.
And I think it's because Donald was like, Tracy will fuck him so hard he'll forget all about you.
Well, and like the
Oh,
whole
Fig Newton.
she was supposed to like go sabotage something and try to like force them to hook up or something. I forgot what exactly the plan was. What I found interesting is just like in Gramps Goes to College, he has yet again found a way to make the one single black person in his movie be a sneaky conspirator that is
you're
out
right.
here to try to that is the only thing he typecasts for, and it's so weird.
Wow. So then we check back in with Trey's parents. They're now on a Zoom call with Lori and Julie talking about the future of Forrest's soul, right? So the dad wonders if perhaps their son's podcast isn't a sign of the apocalypse.
You think maybe it's the end of the world and she'll be dead we'll be dead soon?
I love so much that at some point he was listening to one of our shows and he went, "Oh, I bet this is a sign of the end times."
Feels pretty tribulation-y to me. The fat one kind of looks like a horse locust. I get it. I mean, he doesn't have a crown, but that could have gone with the hair. No. His mom says something so fucking haunting here. And it's just such a perfect, because we have older listeners to our podcast. I'd prefer that they not, but they don't listen. And so it's such a classic old Christian thing to say. She says, when I hear about child trafficking, I think, oh Lord, why can't you just return now? But then my son wouldn't get to go to heaven. So I guess a few more child trafficking rapes are
Yes,
okay.
right, all right. Well,
It's
yes.
fine. We got to save my kid. Fuck those
11
people.
more trafficking rapes, and then you gotta come.
And
I'm
then
giving.
Jesus.
I'm gonna call him right. I'm texting him. Trey, it's mom. You have 11 rapes to find Jesus.
Okay, I'm just going to text the kids, too. There's a debate happening, and I think my son's going to end up being religious at the end of it. Just hold out for a little
And
bit.
the other,
why do you have a
the
cell
other
phone?
daughter? The other daughter is like, I was prodigal once.
Yes,
And then the Lord reeled me back. So we can do the same thing for him. And the girl, Julie, is like, I'm trying everything I can. And then, if I remember correctly, the next scene with her and him debating, she flips her shit and doesn't try anymore. So like,
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It's,
Right. Yep.
I will never give up on him. I have given up on him.
Yes. Well, so now, to be fair, though, that's a little later. We know because when that scene starts, right, we get Trey and Julie at the gym, and he goes, "Oh, well, it's been 2 weeks since the last scene. Let's not." And then I guess fucking Donald James Parker's shower thoughts take us to a discussion of abiogenesis at this point, where
Yeah,
he
she's
talks
like
about.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, you've got it.
And she's like unreasonably like angry and sour through this whole thing. Like she gets really, really upset with him over the exact same thing. He insulted her dad to her face, and she was like, "Hey, now let's be nice."
Fair,
and then in this
fair.
one, he's like, "I'm not going to convince you with rational and intellectual arguments." And I'm like, "Have you tried one yet?" Like, she's just so frustrated and angry at. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Okay, my favorite misunderstanding in the argument here is she says something like, "Don't the laws of science need a lawmaker? Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense." And I
Yeah,
was like,
right.
No,
Yeah.
I don't.
No,
I don't think
they don't. They're
'cause, like, that
observations.
narrative says like there's just like two objects hanging out, and one's like, "Dude, fall, or we're gonna fucking get in trouble." We're gonna get in so much fucking trouble.
Who's enforcing the laws of gravity? I want to know. 'Cause if it's Odin, I'll fall like fuck. But if it's fucking Aphrodite, I'll fall whenever I feel like it.
So,
The second I get a certain distance from Earth, I'm just not going to fall anymore. And Eli will never understand why that happens. People will be like, "Oh, it's because it's heavy in the center," and I'll be like, "That makes me no less space."
no, that's not what it means. So okay. So but then
See?
that's not what I said. So. But Trey goes to her at this point. He goes, "Okay, but why do so many people believe in evolution if it's not true?" And she goes, "I'm glad you asked. Satan, the Prince of Darkness."
Do you get your check from Satan, or do you do direct deposit? Because he's
How do you think I afforded these bookshelves?
that's the bookshelf? That's the big money you're rolling in over there.
You think I
As
had
far
these
as
in
the eye
college?
can see.
Every time I hit him up for the weekly atheism check, he tells me he doesn't have Venmo now, and you have Venmo.
Yeah, you can.
But between the Satan checks for evolution and the George Soros checks for the wokeness,
Oh, yeah.
You
rolling
just,
it
you
over
just
here.
got it
Rolling
coming
it
out of
down.
all the holes.
That turns out Donald
I only
Park was
use
right.
Zelle, and they won't let me connect it to Venmo.
It's in your banking app, Satan.
No,
I've told
no,
you this.
No, it's not.
You're truly the Prince of
You're
Darkness.
lying.
This is the worst thing about you.
So yeah, so he gives the so she gives him the whole but where do love and emotions come from? And rather than like explaining those very explainable things, he's like, "Oh, come on!" And then she gets fucking hysterical and leaves. Right, storms out. Well, sorry. First,
I hate to use the word hysterical for a woman, but that is
Well, that's-
precisely
no,
what
yes.
happens. It's like she just gets mad at nothing and storms off. And it's like, you have been talking to this dude for 2 weeks. If you're frustrated, be like, "Hey, yo, this isn't going to work. You chose to do this, and you made this thing happen. You talked to his parents. He didn't ask you to talk to his parents."
Nope.
It's so bizarre, and the weight is 100% on her, and she is so weird about it. And I know it's not the actress's fault. It is 100% Donald James Parker.
Well, that's yeah.
how women behave.
That's why. Well, and also that's how he's behaving in his own goddamn mind. That's why I feel okay saying the word hysterical, because I'm talking about Donald James Parker, right?
That's exactly what I'm saying. I don't.
Yeah.
Normally, I don't like the term, but like, holy
Right.
fuck, he is
Right.
he is an emotional man. He's hormonal. He's just
He
that's
needs
what
to
it is.
be masturbated by a steam-driven machine. If
Yep.
I've said it once, I've said it
Yep,
1,000 times.
exactly.
I don't like to think
So-
about that.
Come on, we all like to think about it a little. So, okay, but she explains that.
There you go. You know the turn. You
Yeah,
know
so
the
shovel-
crank handle.
Somebody
you dirty
shoveling a
boy.
hole into the other end. That's what happens.
So yeah,
when
but
he's dizzy.
she explains that the only way he's ever going to find religion is if God like shoots a bolt of the Holy Spirit into him. So then he goes to work at his podcasting studio, and he tells his buddy that him and Julie have broken up, and Tracy, the sneaky black lady, is upset that she never got to use her dastardly plan.
Yeah.
He never got to shoot a bolt into that ass. Shame on
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then Julie calls Trey's mom to apologize for not being able to change his religious beliefs. Right, we get a long conversation with them where mom is like, hey, look, takes comfort in the fact that at least all the non-believers are going to burn in hell knowing that we were right.
Yeah, she really is reveling in the fact that, like, at the end of the day, they get to rejoice in heaven and everyone else will just, suffer and die. And in my notes over here, I wrote, I don't think my mom ever owned an ascot. How dare he portray her this way?
And Forrest's parents should make a response video.
Right? Yeah.
You'd have to dig them up, but I bet
it would
be
be
like,
some puppeteering would be
Sounds
involved.
like consent to me.
So okay. So okay. Now we get it's apparently they're still going to work out at the same gym at the same time.
At the same gym, which he didn't want to do in the first place. She
No.
had to drag him kicking and screaming into the gym, and now he's there. And he's been doing nothing but complain, by the way. He's been complaining about how he has to get up early and how shady. Now he's there at the same gym at the same time just to glance at her and meet
right.
In like a silent, passive-aggressive snit workout
Right,
montage that we get. It's the fucking best. Just hating each
Julie.
other. Are you going to wipe it after you use it?
They don't have that spray stuff here. They don't have the green spray stuff. It doesn't even matter without the green
Use the
spray
towel
stuff.
anyway.
That snail trail on the workbench. That's as close as you're getting, bro.
So now he's setting up a podcast record with Tracy, and he decides to take her out for a coffee so they can have emotional talk, right? And he can tell her how bummed he is now that he's like, I've got some kind of a hole in my heart. I don't know what shape it is. I'm not familiar with this shape, right?
And I just want to take a moment.
It's like
I
a
promise.
shroud of something. I don't know.
And I just want to take a moment, and I don't want to bum us out too much, but Donald, we're all married. I have a kid. Like this weird stereotype you have of the loveless, forlorn, lost atheist is nobody on this show.
Is no longer true now that I'm married, asshole.
I wrote that.
And Forrest fucks her, but that's okay. That's consensual. That's a thing.
Monitoring's
I
are
wrote
fucking
that
cool.
in my stuff as well about like he's trying to learn what love is. I can't stress this enough. I've been married the whole time you knew me, Donald. Like I think I talked about my wife with you when we were. I can't remember, but I probably did. I bring her up a lot. She's great. And and now you've got this guy. He literally says in this scene, he's like, I'm trying to process these emotions. Like, how do they fit in the evolutionary pattern? As if him believing in evolution has stunted his ability to feel
know
emotions
love.
at any time in his life. And now he is feeling love for the first time because he met a woman in a coffee shop twice. And like, I can't. And then he worked out with her for 2 weeks, said nothing of interest
and argued
to anyone,
with him.
made fun of her dad in front of her, and then she dumped his ass, which she should have done after he tried to awkwardly offer her his card. Who gives out cards, Donald? What is that? Who's giving out cards to chicks in the coffee shop? How old do you think I am? How old is this man? I don't understand. Maybe back when you were building pyramids, you had to do that. But bro, we have moved past that time. You are an IT man and you don't know how to tap somebody your contact info. I can't with this, but I'm losing my fucking mind.
Okay, but her repartee and her witticisms about old movies were very clever. You got
They were
extremely old movies.
Very old.
Extremely old movies, like black and white movies.
Yes, before either of them would have been born. If you combined their ages before either of them would have been born. So Julie shows up at the coffee shop, and they're going to resolve their thing here. But the music in the background thinks that a fucking dwarf army is gearing up for the battle that has been foretold.
So we'll see you at 7.
But he agrees to go to a worship service with her now. This is where he says, I've been doing some research on emotions and also caterpillars.
Yeah, the butterfly thing was really weird.
Yeah, he just had a point
Also,
he wanted to make about
you
butterflies.
did pwn me with facts and logic when we were at the gym most recently. So.
Right, and the whole thing is like, how did butterflies evolve, right? That's pretty crazy.
That
But I
doesn't
think
make any
God,
sense.
God made butterflies to show Jesus. You know, the way that they kind of die, except they don't at all, and then they come back more beautiful than before, and
Except
nobody
for when
knows
they
how that
don't.
works. Yeah, and that's like Jesus, and we see the butterfly flying around, and that teaches us that Jesus is the. And what I couldn't stop thinking over and over was like, butterflies definitely existed before Jesus, right?
That's the thing.
Well, that was
What were
foreshadowing.
the
It was
people back
foreshadowing
then
at that
supposed
point.
to get out of it?
Yeah.
Foreshadowing, exactly. It was just
They did a
4,000
Marty
years.
McFly. Whenever you saw a butterfly before Jesus was born, it would turn to you and go, "You're not ready for this yet, but your kids are gonna love it."
Yeah, so, right.
Right.
He goes, he's like, so wait a minute, you think that God made bugs pretty to like foreshadow our rebirth? And she says, well, it makes sense to me. And I'm like, does it really? Those words
Ma'am.
make sense to you.
I worry for your patience. That it should not make sense to you to say something like that. It's very strange. It is a deeply weird statement.
He goes, nothing about caterpillars makes sense in light of evolution. And I'm like, well, surely some things about them too.
I like that he used that line too, because that is a famous. There's a famous quote from Theodosius Dosansky that nothing in biology makes sense except for in the light of evolution. And that is, I made a 4-part series on my channel called The Light of Evolution, explaining evolutionary biology, and that was the whole thing. And so he made sure to throw that in there to say, this doesn't make sense in the light of evolution,
Sure.
to go against that quote. At least I assume this is what he did. Who knows what ChatGPT wrote this for him, but like,
right,
what gets me is, in the scenario where he actually meant to say that, that means that he learned enough about evolution to learn popular quotes from evolutionary
Yes.
biologists, but not the definition of the word. And
Right.
I can't handle, like, if he had wrote a middle school essay about evolution, he would have done the thing where you start with Merriam-Webster defines this term
Yes.
as a...
Right.
He would have done
He
that.
didn't
but
he didn't get there.
You couldn't even do that.
So okay, but she takes him to this drab culty songs at the park thing. She says it's super informal, and we get there, everybody's in button downs and shit. I'm like, oh, your life is awful.
And I have nothing
how
to say about the
Christians-
people in attendance at this
This is
thing.
how Christians look.
They are all fellow humans who I respect, Forrest.
So okay,
I
so
respect them all.
he brought a bunch of guys in wheelchairs with very visible disabilities, as if daring Eli to make
This
jokes
is the
about them,
only
right?
shout out in the movie that I get, I believe, was him being like, "Oh yeah, Eli, you got anything to say about this fella? Huh? I heard your podcast in 2015. I know you're still in there, big boy. Go on, make a joke." And I was like, "No, Forrest is here. I have changed. I have grown. I have nothing."
Right.
Just a guy in a
You will
wheelchair
not
on a big
break
red
me.
X piano hanging over the top.
So
"Oh, I sure hope nobody eats all these Three Musketeers bars. I a big chain.
This is also
Big
the
bowl
same
of
part.
textured soy protein, huh?
Calm down. Textured soy protein? That's
For my
a bit
pleasure.
It's a bit too spicy.
textured for her
This
enjoyment.
is the same park as it in fucking Gramps Goes to College as well.
Oh, is it?
Oh,
that's the-
absolutely, yeah.
That's the tunnel that he ran through to beat all of the 20-something athletes
Oh,
as
yeah.
a 60-year-old man.
Yep,
And then there's the bench where he bought the children milkshakes as the youths do, and then told
Yes.
them they shamed them for wanting to go to parties instead of loving
and
Jesus.
smoke cigarettes. Yeah.
And there's the gazebo where he found AIDS. There's a lot of stuff.
Oh
in
yeah,
there.
yeah. No,
Jesus
it's-
Christ! He found. I forgot about the AIDS thing.
Never forget
Yeah.
that Donald James
Oh,
Parker
you
got AIDS.
you can only
Maybe
forget
that's
it until
why
you've
there's
seen
so
it.
much AI in this movie. He started with AIDS and then he just chopped off half of
Just
it.
got rid of
Yeah,
the
there you
T
go,
and
yeah.
the S.
Yeah. So and then okay.
Well, because
so
D and S
now,
are sexual letters. We need
Yeah,
to-
right,
exactly.
well, obviously, yeah.
No.
So but okay. Sorry. So, but okay, so at this point, though, as Trey is standing here listening to them sing this terrible fucking religious song that keeps pretending to be over and not being over, he has a religious moment. And this is where Donald James Parker gets, I'm going to say, a little artsy.
Oh, yeah.
You
We
mean
go,
the jarring cut to black and white?
yes,
Artsy?
yes. He remembers back when his parents loved him for being religious. And so then now he feels the Holy Spirit again. There's a rainbow in the background. His mom is suddenly there.
She
I
just
guess
appears.
Yes, she just happened to be
mist
there as well.
Springs up out of the ground like dwarven women. And the thing, like, you're leaving some parts out here, and I think the most important part is that they very clearly did not think this through when they filmed this scene. They did not think it through at all, and so the audio quality was trash because it was really noisy around with the fountain next to them and all the other things.
Yes.
And also they didn't get the right shots for the thing, and they had to figure out how to do it. And I know that is true for 3 reasons. Number one, this whole scene is ADR. This whole scene is dubbed over.
Yep.
In a way that matches absolutely nobody's lips movements.
Oh, no.
Not even close.
And number 2, because he fills in with AI, he takes a still shot of random people singing and then has AI make their mouths move and it looks horrific.
It's
the whole time.
terrifying.
Yeah.
And it doesn't match the music at all.
No.
And
yeah,
then
he's got a musician. He's
Sorry,
got a musician who does the guitar song and everything, and everybody, because of what they did, it looks like they're doing that thing where you pretend you know the lyrics, but you come in late after them each time.
Yes.
Ha, la, la.
Like
And
South
then the
Park
third
singing.
and most telling part is that I don't know who the fuck edited this movie, but at random times you just get like 1 second of the actual sound from this scene.
Yes,
And so it's like
yes.
these people just like sing, "Oh Jesus, we don't." Jesus. It's just amazing. Why?
For our own benefit,
I
we
think
should
honestly
buy.
he fucks with, like, I think he does that to fuck with me because he knows I've got really bad misophonia about that kind of shit. So yeah, I think he's doing that to me.
I was going to say, for our own sakes.
Can we
need
get
to-
the fucking fountain shut off of the... Sing.
I think for our own benefit, we owe it to buy Donald the ISO repair kit for sound. Just
Yeah,
like,
right,
Hey,
right.
Donald, we
Get
still
him.
hate you, but
Get him a subscription to Adobe Audition. You know, I mean,
come
Who
on,
knows
don't
what
you want
he's
to watch
at-
Jonathan
'cause you know
Levine
he's
fix your
making-
sound?
he's editing this in fucking iMovies or something.
100%,
Right.
yeah.
He's
Okay,
got
so
Time
watch
Master
this-
on his phone.
You
How
watch
amazing would it be if he
this-
compiled his movies in Avid? He was just like, no, that's the original, baby.
He's
Me and
okay.
Interstellar.
I got my subscription to Cool Edit Pro from 2008.
Just one step above Spider-Man movie maker, yeah. So okay, so now the music part is over, and he hugs his mom, right? Everybody hugs his mom now, and he's found Jesus because the movie's almost over.
Yeah.
And he explains that Satan has been blinding me, but God penetrated his armor, and he asks,
Penetrated a deep.
yeah, yeah, guy, he likes the idea of Trey getting penetrated, and then he tells Julie that he knows she doesn't date, but he'd like to court her. Ugh.
Why did he make me
Gross.
such a fucking creep? Dude?
Right?
That's what
Yeah.
I can't get around it. He could, again. I made a whole video making fun of him. He could have just made a video making fun of me, and
Yep.
it would have been chill. No, but why did he make me such an unlovable fucking weirdo? Like, what is that? He fucking based my character off of some cross between Seth Andrews and Elon Musk, and I don't know why. I was so nice to you, dude. I was so nice to you. Why?
So okay, so then we get Tracy and Ben showing up for work, and Trey is now wearing a Jesus t-shirt, guys.
He bought another T-shirt for the Lord.
Yep.
I love the idea that the first thing you would do upon converting to Christianity is buy a new shirt that you could wear every day.
Get the merch. You want to get your merch. You gotta get
Well,
some
I
merch.
guess I love the Lord now. Better get on Amazon.
Yeah.
Thanks, Daddy
No,
Bezos.
And he's got to explain now to Tracy and Benji, who work for him, that like they're fired because he's not going to make atheist content anymore. And he's like, I don't know, maybe I'll make Christian stuff instead. And Benji goes, who's going to watch that garbage? And I'm like, indeed, yes.
I'll need to get a day job.
He's
or,
gonna
oh, no, I'm
absorb
already
all-
hired by Fox News and the White House. I'm good to go.
Yeah, right.
Yes.
He's going to absorb all 12 of Donald James Parker's fans. He's going to take them.
Oh,
with him,
no.
you know?
Yeah,
And
there you
then
go.
he'll really make the big time when God Awful Movies makes fun of his stuff.
That's right.
And it comes full circle.
So he says he feels like he says he couldn't help doing it because he quote feels the he had a quote feeling of liquid love being poured over him.
That was the fourth time I wrote in all caps
in
my notes.
That's a sentence that he thought of while he was thinking of you, Forrest. Apparently, he made a video apologizing to his subscribers for being an atheist this whole time, right? Leading him away from God.
Yeah.
Which is nice of him, I guess.
Yeah, and Benji and the lady, they're disappointed, but they understand. They're kind of aw shucks about it. They're like, "Oh man, I guess my whole livelihood is destroyed." But you gotta switch brands, gotta move with the times. I understand lateralization, and I want to say for the record that if you guys ever decide to find Jesus, I'll come to your house and kill you.
Yeah.
I want you to know
That's
that
real
from my
friendship.
heart.
That's
Yeah.
real friendship.
I think we're good, man. It's okay. So then
Heath, stop looking other directions.
I-
We use teleprompters, Heath. I know you need to look at my eyes right
What?
now.
So then Julie shows up at his podcasting studio, and she's like, "Yeah, I saw your video that you made apologizing for being an atheist. I'm really proud of you." And she's okay. So
Trying to avoid Eli's eye contact made me break
little
my
visual
headphones.
humor going on here. So yeah, but she says, "Hey, I talked to my dad. Maybe you could help him make movies." And science
Forrest!
content for
Forrest!
homeschoolers, Forrest. You could make
Forrest!
science content.
Really
This
think
man-
about the fact
Sorry, go
that
ahead.
this man's fantasy ends with you and him dapping it up. Really think about that, Forrest.
This strange ancient man spent years making a movie about me dating his daughter in order to offer me a job. No,
Helping you
Donald.
make it, yes.
No. I'm not. Thank you. It's just
You can't help him.
What?
He said thank you. He was like, "I appreciate the offer." God damn it.
Jai,
Well, so
Sorry.
what's truly amazing to me is that at the very, very end of it, when they've decided to date and everything, him and Julie have decided they're going to date. She says, "Would you like to go to church with me?" He's like, "Can I bring my parents?" And she says, "I think it's perfectly normal and okay to bring your parents on a date." So that's part of the fantasy too, man.
Forrest,
this
bring
where
your
the
dad.
Fucking everybody's
Bring your
mom
dad
or
to that.
wife comes into this. Is it 'cause it's too cold?
Whoever you want, man. It's an open boat over here. Pick a hole.
It's not the only thing that's open.
Well, so Forrest, thank you so much for living through this weird, crazy trauma with us, man. We
It was a
made
bad
it to
time.
the end.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, I appreciate your honesty. And that is going to do it for our review of Beauty and the Atheist. Of course, it's not going to do it for the episode just yet because we still need to spread the gospel of atheism even further. So, Eli, tell us, what's on deck?
Well, give me 1 second. Let me move this because I'm going to have to read. As Satan plots to destroy the world, an archangel arrives to awaken an army of souls in the hopes of defeating the demon once and for all. We'll be watching what I believe to be the worst made movie we have ever watched on God Awful
Really?
Movies. We'll be watching The Keys of the Kingdom.
Oh, wow, that's such a big statement. All right, so with that,
That
that
sounded
coming
cool
out
as
of a,
hell. Why couldn't I be in that movie? What is it?
That entire thing isn't based on PTSD of an experience that I had to have with Donald James Parker.
oh no,
Why
he said
did I
worst.
get? I got to be in the shitty podcaster sex offender finds God movie, and the next one is about sick ass demons. What?
All right. Well, with all sick-ass demons to look forward to, we're going to bring episode 553 to a merciful close. Once again, a huge thanks to Forrest Valkai for playing along with us today. Be sure to check the show notes for links to more of his stuff. It's genuinely great stuff. He covers a lot of the same ground that we do, but he does it in a much different way. Highly recommended. Equally huge thanks to all the Patreon donors that help make the show go. If you'd like to count yourself among the ranks, you can make a per-episode donation at patreon.com/godawfulmovies. Patreon.com/godawful, and thereby earn early access to an ad-free version of every episode. You can also help a ton by leaving a 5-star review and by sharing share the show on all your various social media platforms. And if you enjoyed this show, be sure to check out our sibling shows, The Scathing Atheist, Citation Needed, D&D Minus, and the Skepticrat, available wherever podcasts live. If you have questions, comments, or cinematic suggestions, you can email godawfulmovies@gmail.com. Tim Robertson takes care of our social media. Our theme song was written and performed by Ryan Slotnick of Giraffes on Mars. All the other music was written and performed by our audio engineer, Morgan Clark, and was used with permission. Thanks again for giving us a chunk of your life this week. For Heath Enright and Eli Bosnick, I'm no Lugeons. Promise to work hard to earn another chunk next week. Until then, we'll leave you with the American Graffiti close.
Donald James Parker still refuses to play me in pickleball because he is
The whole GAM audience converted to Christianity. This is the one that did it, Gramps. Congratulations.
It's all over now. I did. I took some time and I worked really hard to summarize all of the arguments in this movie because there was a lot from Gramps and from Julie. Like we got a lot, and I took the time and I synthesized them all together, and I actually have this summary of everything that I just heard. That was the movie, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to God Awful Movies for this show.
Christianity went on to.
And Eli, how bad was this movie?
1 second. I fucked up my screen. I was trying to do things.
See, this is why Gramps didn't want to deal with you.
This is why I didn't
You
make the cut.
need to hire America's favorite IT professional and
Tracy.
also biology expert, Gramps.
Oh, there you go.
Donald James of the Parker.
I got it. I'm going to fucking kill
Wow,
myself.
what did you do?
I fucked it up so bad.
I can't imagine with just your left hand what you've done
don't-
so different.
Guys, distract Forrest so he doesn't see this part.
Oh, my
That's-
God,
I
dude.
hope you
I'm
leave this
smart.
all in.
It's
I
all
hope
blurry.
This is all part of the.
Donald James
They
Parker was
can't-
like, this guy's
the
not
people
professional
can't
enough
know.
This
to
is
deal
the,
with.
yes. At this
My
moment
goodness.
is when people will start clicking away.
I'd maybe play pickleball with him, but I'm not going to do a podcast. He's going to get it all wrong. He's going
I have to quit and come back. I think that means
Oh
the
my
recording will
God.
stop. I'll be
Oh,
right back.
Are you
Can we
fucking
splice
kidding
it?
me? What did you do?
does it have to be all
Oh,
in one?
this is all in the show, Morgan.
No,
This
I
is all
found
in
it.
the show.
Wait,
Please leave it in.
I have
Please
survived.
leave it
I
in.
made it. I'm
Oh,
alive.
hey, look at that.
It was the threat of quitting. that
We're all
went over.
professionals on the.
Yep.
We're all content creators.
Yep, so Eli, you
This
want
is
your
our
line
actual
again?
job.
No. Wait. No, it's gone again.
Line?
No. Cancel. Wait. I'll get there.
My
I'll
God.
get there. Stop.
Once again,
We're
I
so
want to
good at
remind
our
everybody.
job. I
You're
promise.
embarrassing us in front of Forrest.
Forrest,
E-
we're so good
Eli
at this. I promise.
Eli
Forrest,
is the one who's
don't
having the problems, and
This is
Eli
the
is the
devil
one who
trying to
brought
reach
me
you,
onto this
Forrest.
show. Everything that's happening
There we
right
go.
now
Okay, I
is
fixed it.
Eli's
I
fault.
Okay, did you really fix it this time?
I fixed it. It's
Okay.
so fucking fixed. It's fixed.
And Eli,
It's not
how
fixed. It's
bad
gonna
is
be
this
broken.
intro? Jesus fucking Christ. So, no,
well.
so here, no, let me give it to you.